Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kop-Ish.
Yes, people, it is that time again. It is the Friday night show. It is the Kopish Kall-In Show. People, it's been a long couple of weeks. It has. The dust has settled. We know where we stand. And you know we have to go again. However, we still got to chop it up tonight, people. Even though the season is officially done, you know Team Kopish is always going to be here. Drift, how's it going, bro?
Yeah. Come see, come saw.
I hear that. I echo that still. It's one of them ones, isn't it? Shout out to the people as well that are asking about Cal. Unfortunately, Cal can't make it tonight, but he will be back for the Monday night show. You know what time it is, and I'm sure we'll have a lot to chop up as well, because as we are talking, there's news coming out every minute, it seems, about a certain person, which we're going to get onto very shortly. But before we do that, actually, Drift, just quickly, like, you see, season's done. Do you know one thing I got reminded about today, which I thought was really, really like kind of mad? You see, Robbo. You know, Robbo played like every single like game, every single final, yeah. But I didn't realize, or should I say, I forgot. Robbo had the qualifier the other day.
Yeah.
Obviously, unfortunately, got knocked out, bro. Man came off a Champions League final and then played a qualifier. I can't lie, man. Even though things didn't
hella pressure, innit?
Hella pressure.
He didn't really play well in the game either. Do you know what? We've actually got to go easy on Robbo to prolong his career. The way we're rinsing him out, we're gonna make him have to retire at 30, bro. I'm not even joking,
bro. This is why Simicast needs to play more football, innit? But we'll talk about Simic. In fact, you know what? Funny enough, we'll talk about that on Monday, because I think that's a very, very big talking point about just like rotational now. You know, squad rotation, like It's something that we will break down, and stay tuned as well, people. We will have a show coming out over probably within the week. In fact, not probably, will be within the week. So by this time next week, we will have a breakdown of our season and how we're going to rate players, and just have a little. We'll chop it up in it. We'll talk about how we feel, how we did we meet our expectations, did we not? So we'll chop that up, and player ratings as well for the season. We'll get onto that very, very soon, people. But if there's only one place to start, and it's regarding one of, if not your favorite player currently at Liverpool Football Club. Now, Sadio Mane has been in the headlines, as we know, since Liverpool have finished their season. Reports have come out today that he says some stuff. The translations are a bit mad because the reason I said that is because I can't tell whether the interviewer asked the question or whether he just outright said this. So I just wanted to just put that into context, people. But here's the quote, and it's even on Fabrizio's page, and I'm sure you guys are all talking about it in the chat as well. Here's the quote, people. Sadio Mane tells Mansour Louem, I can't even pronounce that, 60-70% of Senegalese people want me to leave Liverpool. I will do what they want. We will see soon. So I'll repeat that one more time. Sadio Mane tells a journalist, 60 or 70% of Senegalese people want me to leave Liverpool. I will do what they want. We will soon see. Now, I don't know whether the journalist asked that question or whether Mane kind of said the whole thing. However way you look at it, though, Drift, is it kind of damning what Mane said? Does it change how you feel? Or is this kind of like, do you even feel like it's out of character, bro, for Sadio Mane to even say something like this?
Well, remember, I only found out about this 2 minutes ago when you told me. So this is all news to me. Like, I didn't know anything about it. So, I'm just literally like, hold on, wait, what? So I ain't even had a minute to like process what's even going on. Is it lost in translation? Is that what he really? I don't even get it. I don't even get what. And who would this 70% of people be? I don't get what. I don't even get. Why would Senegalese people not like Liverpool? Or I don't get it. I'm confused. I don't understand why that would even be a thing. I don't know. one thing I do know is Mane's gone, regardless of whatnot, because Mane doesn't really talk very often because he's a quiet person. But I'm not gonna lie, in the last like month or so, he's been doing a lot of talking, and it's very out of character, and I don't really get it. And to me, that's somebody whose head is turned and they're already thinking about whatever else they're going to be doing afterwards. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, I would have to actually really know what was meant by that before I could, because like I said, you told me literally before we went live, I didn't have a clue. I'm completely in the dark. I didn't know any of this. So for you to tell me that, I'm like it doesn't even like I don't get it. Like I don't get it. I don't get it. It'd be like if we were just about to go live and I said to you, yo, do you know what? The family told me that I should have toast. So do you know what? I'm gonna make sure I have some toast. You'd be like, what?
Yeah.
What? Why are you what? That doesn't even like. I don't get it, bro. Like 70% of the Senegalese people want me to leave. Why? And when was this conversation had? And what was this conversation about? I don't get it. I honestly don't. The only thing that can make any sense to me, just trying to think off the top of my head right now on the spot, was there like a conversation where they were like, has Mane been undervalued at Liverpool? And they were like, yeah, we think he has. Did the people find out about the contract situation of how much he was offered? And they believe he should be offered more. So they were like, yeah, if that's all they're doing, then you should go. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Because that's the only thing I can logically think of that would even make it like, do you get what I mean? And in that regard, I would actually get it. That would be like if the Dutch people said, yeah, we think Genie should leave Liverpool. Like, let's keep it a buck. You shouldn't really be speaking out loud. You could tarnish your reputation. But who can ever turn around and say the Dutch people were wrong? If they turn around and went, yeah, we said Genie should leave. You paid him 70 grand a week for 4 or 5 years. He was undervalued at Liverpool. Yeah, PSG came along. He should leave. Like, I need to know what the context was of what that. Do you get what I mean? Like, I'm just confused why that would even be a thing. Like, I'm baffled.
All right, so here's some more context. So it's actually the interviewer. So the interviewer actually says 60 to 70% of Senegalese people want you to leave Liverpool. And then Mane responds, I will do what they want. We will see soon. So he didn't say the whole thing, but he said...
Oh, okay.
But again,
that says to me that he already knows he's leaving. So he's just going to say something like to tongue in cheek with the person.
I've got the full quote. So apologies. I've got the full quote. This is the full quote. So this is Mane. Like everyone else, I'm on social media and I see the comments. Isn't it between 60 to 70%, 70% of Senegalese want me to leave Liverpool? I will do what they want. We will see soon. Don't be in a hurry because we will see this together. I mean,
that says to me that he already knew he was leaving, so he might as well run with the banter. That's what that says to me. Which we kind of already knew anyway, didn't we? Like,
yeah, I think, in my opinion, what he's saying now is he's pretty much telling us, without saying it, he is looking for pastures new. He's looking to maybe try something different. The bit that what we don't know, and big up all the journalists out there, please do reach out to us if you do have a bit more of an insight on this. Is this down to wages, financial, or is this literally just down to he feels like he wants a new challenge? Because, you know, when you hear reports coming out from Germany saying, Mane wanted 392,000 a week and Liverpool are offering nowhere near that, but reportedly at Bayern Munich, they offered him 320. He's looking to accept that. That's kind of telling, like, if it's a financial thing, because then it's a different conversation. However, if it's just a case of Mane wants to just try something new, then he just wants to try something new, innit? He feels like he's accomplished everything at Liverpool. However, just in my personal opinion, whether people agree with this or not, I do think, though, the legend that he is, and I feel like he's still got more to give, I don't think we should let him go. I don't think we should let him go easy either. I do think if there's a way, if anyone can convince him to stay, it'll be Jurgen Klopp. However, he's already talking like he's giving his agent the permission to speak to Bayern, and he's giving his agent the permission to sort something out for him. That's how it sounds when I hear the extract of this interview, because Mane, as you said, hardly really ever speaks. Obviously, he speaks. He just doesn't speak like that. Like, that's quite outlandish for him.
Mm.
That's more something that maybe Salah would say, because Salah is a bit more, what can I say? Salah's a bit more calculated, in my opinion, in his interview. Well, Mane's just like, I'll just say how it is. To be fair, they're both like that, but I feel like Salah, for me, is more likely to stick out his chest a bit more so. That's how I see the two of them. And that's no disrespect to Salah, by the way. I'm just talking about the two different characters, that how I perceive them.
To be honest, I'm annoyed at both of them because I don't think the things they've been saying in the last month or so are respectful after being Liverpool legends and being here for so long. And I get when you're frustrated that you're not getting what you deserve, but I still think you should have enough respect for the fans of the club that have supported you to not necessarily do anything that could make the way you leave look bad. Because now Mane's going to leave with a sour taste in our mouth. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of them things now where it's going to be tainted now. Do you know what I mean? Like, why would he say, like, it's almost like a little bit of a bit of shade, isn't it? Do you get what I mean? And I don't like that. Now that means that he's going to leave with a bit of shade behind him. He's not going to leave in a good way. And none of our legends ever leave in a good way. Why is there always got to be something when they go where you're like, I think Genie might be one of the only ones that no one even classed him as a legend, who kind of just like left. But even he kind of was like, look, one day I'm going to tell you a lot about FSG, innit? But then again, do you want to know what? And I'm not even coming from a place where I'm saying this because it's Mane. I'm actually just being honest. And if you don't want to hear it, then you don't want to hear it. The majority of the fan base were being highly disrespectful to Mane. And maybe he heard that. Maybe he knows that. And maybe he's thinking, yeah, fuck you lot, innit? Like, I remember when you turned your back on me. Because let's keep it a buck, man. I'm not going to make this a versus thing.
Sorry to cut you. There's another quote. I don't know whether this is... Again, there's a lot of quotes coming out for this interview from Mane. This is from Anfield Edition. And I'll just... This is reportedly what Sadio Mane has said. This is of Joseph. I can't pronounce the surname. I'm sure it's going mad over Twitter. Apparently, Mane also said, I don't respect the higher tier of the club after certain situations. Some people are saying that's a fake quote. Some people are saying it's true.
Who knows? Who knows what's right?
One thing I would say about this whole Mane situation, it's really, really...
It's got toxic behind the scenes, man. I think it's pretty obvious.
It's quite clear that he's going regardless, because I just feel like, there's no smoke without fire, in it. It's one of those ones where, and again, the quote could be hella fake. It could be. But I'll bring it back full circle, and this isn't me misquoting. Mane was asked a question, what's happening regarding your future? This is before the Champions League final. Mane actually said, I will tell you after regarding my future. In my honest opinion, if someone was going to stay, they would have just said, of course I'm staying. That's a silly question. Why are you asking me that? I'm Liverpool. Like, I'm staying here. The fact that Mane gave the answer and left it for us to interpret says to me that he's already made up his mind. But that's just my thoughts on it. That's not biblical. That's not me having inside information. That's just my thoughts on it. That's how I see it.
Well, look, we have a history of this. M.A. Chan, Wijnaldum, loads of people, they kind of do leave and they feel that way towards the club. And I reckon it's because they're never offered what they deserve. And we got to be honest, we've always known this as well, because FSG have done some brilliant things in the last 12 months. I think a lot of people have remember when you lot were going full FSG in, and I was like, guys, look, I actually do need to see what these guys are going to really do before I'm going to do. Like, because I told you lot, there's still a lot of shady shit that these lot have done that we can't forget about because they got us an Ibu and a Diaz. And when it comes to the contracting, bro, look, now some of our legends who've been respectful the whole time they've been here are starting to say some shit that's probably trying to give us a little clue as to, like, if Mane and Salah, the most humble guys who have been in our team for the last 5 or 6 years, all of a sudden are starting to be a little bit shady towards the club. I think it's a way for people to kind of think, oh, there's got to be a reason for this. You don't get humble people like Mo and Mane all of a sudden just being shady and just like, do you know what I mean? That doesn't just happen. That's out of character. That's out of pocket. For me, that's two brothers who know they're worth more than the club are offering them, and they're just getting a little bit like, raw. I've done all this for you. And then you're going to turn around and treat me like that. So I'm not defending Mane being shady, because I don't believe that he should have done that regardless. He should be professional and he should have respect for us as the fans. We ain't never done nothing, even if FSG have. So now you're going to leave and it's going to be a bit of a sour way to go out. And I don't like that. Like, it annoys me that you've done that.
No. Just to make it clear, though, the last quote he did say, and again, let's say it is true. The quote he did say, though, is, I don't have the respect for the hierarchy. And if that is the case, we kind of know what he's saying. He's basically saying, I asked for a certain wage to stay. They told me I'm not worth it. That's basically what he's saying, bro. So that's why I feel like,
you know what I mean?
That's towards the fans. So yeah.
And obviously to finish what I was saying before as well, bro. Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah.
You all turned your back on him, and you know who you are. And it was the majority of people. Everybody turned their back on Mane. I used to have to sit here and feel like I was in some kind of like witness protection whenever I would defend Mane, and everybody would just go in, he's done, get him out of the club, and all that. And I used to be like, what? Hold on, wait, what are you lot talking about? And how are you being this disrespectful towards one of our legends? And people didn't give a shit. They really didn't. And now, all of a sudden, when they've realised he's not done and he's not over and he is still a world-class baller, everybody wants to jump back on the Mane boat. I'm sorry, like, you're allowed to like have your opinions, but then if he says something a little bit shady now, you can't get upset. Look how shady you were being towards him for about a year. So all I'm saying is this has got a little bit toxic towards the end, and I hate that it's ended like that, because this is arguably our greatest ever Premier League player, in my opinion. You've got Gerrard, who probably sits alone like a Jay-Z or a Biggie or whatever, but you know that little hierarchy under that, where you're trying to figure out who the people are that fit into that puzzle. Sadio Mane, for me, is right at the top of that list of a Premier League Liverpool legend. Right up there. Van Dijk, Mo, Mane, like right in there. Do you get what I'm saying? Like in that little bracket
No
there.
one's denying that. But here's the thing, I think... No, Jeff, what you're saying is so valid. However, I think what it is, though, you can't have a go at people. Well, people were having a go at Mane because he even for his own standards, he was underperforming. And I remember
being disrespectful, though. You can have a go at someone, but don't be disrespectful. People were being disrespectful.
People being disrespectful, I understand that. But some people were genuinely asking the question, like, is he done? Because they saw bad form for a while. And it was a case of, is he burnt out? Is he because of, obviously, because of COVID? There were so many factors that were going through people's minds. So I think they had a right to ask the question. Obviously, the people have been disrespectful. Come on, we already know. Like, we were just like, come on, that's crazy. Like, they're saying that, you know, you can say one thing, you know, he might be on the wane a bit or he might not be performing, but to say get rid of him, I thought that was, for me, that was going too far. But I do feel like people still had the right, that they had the right to ask that question. Mane hasn't turned up for a little while. Is he on the decline? That was the general consensus. Not the people, ignore the people that were saying he's done. They were just saying, is he still the same player? Well, here's the thing, Driv. It got to January or just before January, I say, maybe more like December times. Mane, you know, Mane turned it on, so to speak. Like, pause. He went into the middle and he started doing his thing. So I think that for me was valid. However, yeah, I fully understand when you're saying like people going overboard and saying, like he's fully done, like sell him all that stuff. No.
Yeah, get him out of this club.
Yeah,
fuck
and
Mane. There was
well.
hella disrespect going on, bro.
Yeah, and I also agree with you that people that were saying, you know, sell him are now some of the people that are saying, oh, we can't lose him. Nah, bro, you jumped on that boat, stay on that boat. But here's another thing. This is why when I say to anybody, it doesn't matter who plays for us, yeah? When they put on that shirt, support them. Every player goes through a bad patch. Exactly. It just depends on how bad the bad patch is. Salah went through one as soon as he came back from AFCON.
There's some people, bro, that are allowed more than a bad patch.
That's very true. Yeah.
People like Henderson, Van Dijk, Mane, Salah, they're allowed more than a bad patch because they've done so much. They've got so much credit in the bank, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? They're allowed more. Like Robertson, Trent. They're allowed more than a bad patch, bro.
No. You're right, because that's the loyalty that we as fans have. But what we can't do, though, is be blinded, or not even that, we just can't ask the question. Because say, for example, let me give you an example. Say Jota goes... In fact, I won't even use Jota, because I know people will come for me if I say that. But let's just say, like, a player goes on a barren spell where he doesn't like score, a striker, I won't say a name, just say a striker goes on a barren spell for like 5 months and he doesn't score. We're right to ask that question no matter how much he's had in the bank. And that's what it is. Because football's all about what's happening now. As much as we can talk about what they've done in the past, it's also about now. Yeah. We also got to think about going forward. But credit to you, because you always kept on saying he's going through a bad patch. You know, he's tired as well. He will snap out of it. And he did snap out of it. So
and he was still playing defensively well. And he was still a threat. Yeah. Even if his touch was off and his finishing was off, he was still involved in the games. He weren't just some passenger in the game. But people acted like he would. But anyway, look, let's wait until we see whether the quotes are real and all that, because I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
Very out of pocket. Very out of pocket, bro. Like, I don't really get it. I don't get it. I need to really know what was said. Just like the Salah thing that we spoke about on Spaces yesterday. Big up everyone who jumped in.
Indeed.
I don't know if it's real that he's only been offered an extra 15% wage rise. And let's keep it a buck, Matt. If it's true, FSG really, really want to get back into the FSG outboat, don't they? You're only going to offer Mo a 15% pay increase. Bro, you really want it to be an FSG outing again, innit? You're not trying very hard to keep in the good books, are you? Like, you're not. You're not, bro. You're really not. You're really not.
Them man have to be careful.
15% pay increase for Mo Salah. All right. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, that is kind of mad still. That is kind of mad.
I get 400 grand a week is ridiculous. I get it. But you only want to give him a 15% pay increase. What does that even work out to be, Matt? An extra 30 grand a year?
What? Just quickly, though, before I
go on to that. They want him to only go up to 230.
Yeah. No. No, but just quickly, let me ask you this, though. You see how we're saying, like, 400 is kind of mad, yeah?
Oh, my God.
Let me ask you this. If Salah was to sign for PSG
I think Cavani's on fucking 350. Yeah, exactly. Go ahead.
If Salah was to sign for PSG tomorrow and Salah was on for 400, would you say that's crazy, or would you see it as just like, nah, he's getting paid and they can afford to pay?
No, they can afford it. They can afford it.
But here's the thing. We can afford it. We're choosing not to do it. You want to know why we're choosing not to do it?
No, we can't, Matt. We can't.
No. We can. We're choosing not. No, literally.
We can't. But no. We can literally afford it for this one time, but we can't afford it for the structure of the club, bro. We can't afford it.
Liverpool are more worried about the current structure that is taking them here. And again, before we get carried away, we need to bring in the callers. Yeah. And we're reading out the super chats as well. Big up everyone that's super chat. I'm going to read them out very, very shortly. If Salah and Mane were to both leave this summer and Salah's picking up a reported 400 and Mane's picking up a reported 320 to 400, yeah? We're going to be vexed. We're going to be vexed because they're two Liverpool legends and we could have kept them. But because of the way how our club works, whether you agree with it or not, the club have chosen to keep this way. I always think, this is just my personal opinion, when you are building something, you have a plan. But once you reach that goal that you've got, and that goal at that time was to win trophies, surely you change your plan. You adapt your plan. Not fully change. You don't break it because it's got you to where you are. But surely you make adaptations to the new goals that you would like. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Liverpool's new goal should be now to actually overthrow Man City. Not compete with them, overthrow. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with me. Put a 2 if you disagree with me.
Here's the thing as well, though, Matt, yeah?
1 to overthrow, or 2 to keep doing what we're doing and challenge. Let me know.
Are we now in a position, bro, where we have to accept that money plays such a big role in football that it's irrelevant how big of a club we are in our stature, our history, and all of that? We basically have to accept now, bro, that we'll probably never, ever truly compete the way we're meant to for the rest of the existence of football. Because Man City aren't going anywhere. Newcastle are on their way up. And Man United are always going to have more money than we have. Meaning we're never really ever going to be able to not necessarily dominate. I'm not demanding we're the best team by such a mile. Nobody can ever beat us and all that. But do you get what I mean? Like we'll never get to that point where we're guaranteed to be winning anything. Because once Newcastle get involved in this thing in about 3 or 4 years' time, where they're like up there as well, what are we meant to do, bro? Man U, Man City, and Newcastle will outspend us 2-3 times every window.
Yeah.
How are we? Because you can't go to the well all the time. Our recruitment team is brilliant. Our scouting is brilliant.
They're the best,
and our manager is brilliant. But there are only so many times you can get a gem, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like there's so many. Even on the law of averages, bro, there's only so many times you can go and find a gem.
Remember when we used to bring up the analogies about the games, yeah? There's so many PS4 games you can sell. This is to get your PS5 game.
To get your PS5, yeah. 100%.
You've run out of classics now, so you're going deep into the closet where you've now got to put together 8 games to go and see if that can get you 50% of a PS5 game. That is where we're moving. Well, that's how I feel like where we might be. The reason I say that is because there was a list of players, that might potentially go out this season, and I'll say there's about a good 4 or 5 maybe. I know we're not bringing 4 or 5 players. I know that for a fact we're not. Really and truly, you should, because 1 + 1 = 2, right? But with Liverpool, it doesn't always make that. It's not always that case. And the reason why I say that is because I always refer back to this. And again, it is a bit unfortunate, but you understand where I'm coming from. When Dejan Lovren left Liverpool, did we sign a replacement, or did we go and strengthen in another position at left back? What happened that season? And again, it's an anomaly. Crazy season. All centre backs got injured. But my point is, Liverpool got 2 players that summer, or 2 players by the left back as well as the centre back. This is what worries me with us at times. When a player goes, do we always replace them? That's the bit where I worry a bit. Not saying that I, start crying or whatever, but I'm just saying that's where my frustration lies. Like, please keep it $150 with us. If a player's going to leave, can you please try and replace him? Don't do the whole, we'll sugarcoat or get a Swiss Army knife. I think we're kind of, we need to
bro, if you go off of what Mo and Mane are trying to give us in the subliminals right now, they didn't really want to go. Meaning, money is the reason why both of them haven't got.
We know that. Oh yeah.
But what that says to me is that the club haven't gone above and beyond to make sure that we keep all our prized assets. And for me, that means the FSG can suck a dick. I'm sorry. If you want me to jump straight back on that FSG train that I got off of because you lot fixed up a little bit, I'll get back on it because the train is still at the platform. I told you, bro. The train ain't left the station yet, bro. It hasn't. When everybody was getting carried away, I know we were all in the buzz of how great we were doing for the year, like, you know what I mean? But I remember you lot used to be like, nah, come on, Drift, man. You can't.
I'm going to be real. You know me.
I'm not back on this FSG train
You know
yet,
me.
bro.
I was joking. Come on. You know I'm not. Listen, I'm neutral. You know what? You know how I stay in it. I'm very neutral because, in fact, I'm probably, dare I say it, without going too much into it, I'm probably more out than being neutral. But there's a lot of things. That's another video for another time. When I was doing the whole everything, obviously we signed Diaz, and I'm kidding. But all jokes aside, like, but
I think some people believed it. I think there are people who actually believe that FSG weren't doing anything wrong. And I said, come on,
Cal, come on, man. Like, there's certain things that me personally, I will always hold against them, innit? Like, all jokes aside, even Cal, like, we were jumping about. We're like,
I know Cal was ramping, but what I mean is there were certain people, in my opinion, who could, if you were already FSG in, that's fine. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. There's people like Jamie and even like Zabiri, who they've always backed FSG. I don't have a problem with the people who've always backed FSG. That's fine. I'm talking about the people that were FSG out, and then all of a sudden we're like, I'm FSG in now. Those are the people. I was like, pump the brakes, guys, because you don't know if they're gonna, if they're fully. You know what I'm saying?
The dust had to settle. We signed Diaz, and we was in a quadruple. the dust hasn't settled. Everyone was in that euphoria, and rightly so, though, to be fair, because at that moment, it kind of didn't. It didn't matter whether it's FC in or out because we're all pulling in one way. Pause. We're trying to go and get. We're trying to win as many trophies as we can. We're trying to do that quad, something that's never been done before. That's what we're trying to do. So at that moment, it didn't really matter. Now the dust has settled. Now we're seeing what's really about. I think people will now be able to be a bit more definitive in how they feel because the emotion of football right now is stopped, innit? Well, it stopped a little bit because there's no football being played other than international. So
yeah, let's get through these supers. Big up everyone who's sending them in. Let's get through them, and then we'll bring in the people.
Indeed. Right. So, in fact, you know what, Jiv? Can you start with the supers? Let me just send the thing into the chat.
Big up Jamrock as always. I didn't see an issue with what Mane said. If that is what he said, they see Bayern Munich, PSG, Madrid, and Barca as bigger clubs. That's okay. We move. Historically, maybe as foreign players around the world, you might be right, Jamrock. You might be right.
Cool. No, big up Jamrock. Monkey King says, you see Mane's comments, man's burning bridges. Yes, Monkey, and that's what we're talking about. I'm guessing that was earlier in the show.
Bro, do you see that pimping? There was a super chat from Pimpin' Distress, and it all of a sudden just disappeared out of the save bit. Yeah, I don't know if you can scroll back and see if you can find it, bro.
Hold on.
Ah, cool.
All right, keep reading up the others, and I'll find Pimp's one.
Big up St. Max as always. Told you guys, LFC is not a destination club. It's what FSG have made us into. Players still think they are bigger than the club. Well done, FSG. Good job.
Found it.
The thing is, we were a destination club for a while. I don't know what's happened, man. Like, I really don't. You found Jams, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, you found Pimps, yeah?
I'm going to move on to the next one. I'll read out Pimps one at the end. Big up Ash. He says, thank you, Sadio. Great player, great person as well. As a fan base, I think let's not get personal with Sadio. I'm disappointed he's shading us, though. One thing I will say, though, Ash, I need to know exactly, like, word for word, because there's a lot of mistranslation over there. And I kind of feel like some things are just being put together. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of fake quotes going around. So let's see what happens there regarding Sadio Mane. I'm a SYFC. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate that. Love as always. Math says, funny how Mo and Mane both got 1 year left, but all the media talk about was Mo. Now we are scared because Mane is moving. Fans wanted him gone last year. He heard. I think he did hear as well. I can't even lie. I think there was a lot of chatter about Salah's contract and not enough about Mane's or Firmino's. But yeah. Anfield, Rods, and Nick. Big up yourself, Rods, if that's you, bro. Boom Blast, big up Kop-Ish in the building. All right, big up yourself, Rods.
Big up yourself. Big up.
Ads LFC says, Sadio Mane just now, I don't respect the higher tier of the club after certain situations. Yeah, I did read that out, bro. Whether that's true or not, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out.
Why does every player that leaves Liverpool talk about the hierarchy? There's no smoke without fire, people. There is no smoke without fire, man. Come on, let's keep it a buck.
We know what that is. Freaking stingy gits.
I man can't hold it in.
Bro.
Don't
click me up on that. I know you're gonna keep me up on that. But yeah. Big up FSG.
Hey, big up yourself, man. Let it out, bro. You know they told you should never leave it in because then you'll just let it boil up and then you'll snap one day, innit?
Pause. Well, you know what it is, bro. Man, just what it is. All jokes aside, I don't know whether what is and what isn't true. And I just think, when you're just thinking like, if this is real, if this is not real, like your mind starts to wander in it, and it's like, I hope it's not the common denominator. Pause. That it is what we are thinking. And
yeah, but bro, if there was a rumor going around Madonna got naked in her latest video, what's the chances you believe it?
I know it's
very high, right? Because she's got previous, bro. It is what it is, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, it does seem like it's a financial thing. I can't front.
It is what it is, bro.
Messi FC said apparently it's the Milner slap that shook Mane. It might very well be because Mane's moving a bit mad still. What separate? I can't even remember that. What separate? Bro, I don't know if we're gonna pronounce that, bro. That's kind of mad still. Man, just gonna call you GRK or Seth.
Yeah, we'll call man Seth. Yeah.
GRK. Says, did you guys catch the Simicast versus Bradley battle? Things got real. Connor left a good one on Costas. No, I didn't see that. You know, what is that? What Connor Bradley's doing? What man trying to really force himself?
I ain't seen that
the first
either.
Team. Mr. Dad said, Gifty, big at itself. He says, if by July 1st Mo don't sign, sell him to PSG or Real Madrid. Do you agree with that drift or not?
He can't leave for free. The way we are as a club, where we don't have money to invest as it is, if we're going to get a replacement, we have to get money.
I hear you. Chris LFC 92 says, what happens when Trent Alexander-Arnold wants 300 grand a week? I wouldn't put it past them to sell him or let him walk.
Let's not even. That's
an uncomfortable conversation because I'm not going to lie.
And it's going to happen at one point.
Well, he's already on a reported 180 when he signed his new deal. So let's see what happens. John Conway says, big up Matt and Drifty. Congratulations on the 25K. Oh, we had 25K.
I didn't even know that until people started saying, big up everyone, man.
Hey, big up yourself, John. And listen, for the people that have gotten us over the line for 25K, thank you. Love to all of you. Thank you very much. Because I'm not going to lie. What is one of our goals to get to 25K? You know what I'm going to say now, though? We got a new target to meet. That new target. What's
100K.
Yeah, 100K back. 100K back, we move. Let's see what happens. But thank you, John. Appreciate it. Love as always.
Yeah, big up. No, big up everyone for subscribing. I didn't even realize we busted the thing still.
Brother, as always, you know
Bless,
it's always love. And Rack will catch up as well over this summer as well. You know what I mean? Me and Jiffy, we need to catch up with you, bro. Love as always, brother.
Big up, man. Big up.
Liam Clark says Salah and Mane should be on 300K. I agree with that, or at least around 320 or incentivized. Liverpool won't, in my opinion, be destroying their wage structure if those two move up to 300K. I really don't think so. I really don't. That's just my opinion.
Alisson, Van Dijk, Mane, Mo. Maybe not Trent because we need to give him room to grow. But those players should be on about 300 grand a week.
Bruv, and do you want to know something? Us fans will sit here and say, we are the biggest club in the world. We have some of the best players in the world. But we will sit here and say, oh, they shouldn't get that much. They're asking for too much. It's not a problem when other teams do it. And I get some of you would say, well, look what's happened to those other teams like a Man United or whoever that might be in a bit of financial trouble. However... We are Liverpool Football Club and we are continue to grow. We have some of the best players in the world at our disposal. Make a decision. Do you want to re-sign some of these best players in the world, or do you want to start another rebuild or a revolution? Because let's be real, after the next couple of years, it probably will be a revolution more than an evolution. I think next couple of seasons should really be an evolution. However, the rebuild might have to start soon. I can't even lie, especially if a lot of other players start to walk. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens. Promo says, let's be real. What Mo and Sadio bring to the table right now is not worth what they are asking. Don't they know we work within a structure? Promo.
Totally disagree with that, Promo.
Totally disagree with you. It's always love, Promo. It's always love. However, yes, there's a structure, but like I said, Promo, that structure was put in place before we had done anything. That's before we even signed Gruitch. That's before we signed Mane. That structure was there. That structure got us to win trophies, Promo. However, we've won trophies. We're seeing our biggest competitor spend money at will. The least we could do is keep our best soldiers. I'll leave that there. Ash says the club has a clear structure that has won everything in the last 4 years, roughly 250K max. We have to be practical as well. You can't be giving two 30-year-olds 4 years on 400K. Julian Ward, go do your thing. Ash, big at yourself, brother. Love as always. I'll just say this quickly, Drift, and then you
400K is too much. Well, I think we all know that's too much.
Yeah. No one's saying 400K. I'm saying 300, maybe like 320 incentivized. And regarding the age thing, this is another thing in football that kind of irks me a little bit. And this is not at you, Ash. Everyone seems to think when you hit 30, you're just going to fall off a cliff. Like literally, football, nutrition in football has changed. Man, them aren't eating like, I don't know, like fish and chips on a weekend. These man there are fully disciplined to their craft.
Go and check
This
the
is their
average age of
craft.
that Real Madrid team that just won the Champions League.
These men are fully invested into their craft, you know.
James Milner, 36, Lewandowski, 34, Benzema, 34, Modric, 37, Ronaldo, 37, Messi, 34. Like, come on, man. Age doesn't matter anymore as long as you look after yourself. And Mane and Mo fully look after themselves.
No, bro, here's the thing. I'm not saying, no, age does matter, but they're not even at that age where we should be having this discussion. That's just my opinion.
Obviously,
you know what I mean?
At a certain point, it matters, of course.
These men are like 4 years younger than the oldest player or the youngest player you just said out of that group. Imagine that. But there's a conversation. 975 Jamrock says, for a team that finished second by one point twice to an orange club and frankly didn't play well and lost to UEFA Champions League final, look at Klopp and how we play first. If we lost by 20 points to City, I would agree. Sorry. All right, so Drift, do you want to answer or do you want me to go first on this one?
Is it Jamrock's back in FSG basically in terms of like the way we're structured is okay because we're doing okay. And I hear that on the face of things, but how quickly can this unravel though, Jamrock? That's what I'll say. This could unravel very quickly. When you're dealing with fine lines, it can actually unravel very quickly. Do you know what I mean? Because that 1 point could turn into 20, bro. They just got Haaland, we lose Mane and Mo. Imagine that. Imagine living in a world where they get Haaland and we lose Mane and Mo, or even just Mane, and there may be an unhappy Mo. I mean, come on, you know what I mean? Like we got to.
Yeah, no, I hear you. LFC Aaron says, "Big at yourself, bro." Thank you for super chat as well, brother. He says, "We are a well-ranked club. Not our fault. Man City have artificially inflated the market. Financial doping." Not as far bigger issue than us trying to keep up with them. The Fenway in, Fenway out flip flop is boring. The whole flip flop thing out is boring. I just think, listen, all jokes aside, whether you're FSG in or FSG out or whatever, like this whole thing, just back the club in it. Like I know you might not agree with what the higher ups do, just back the club in it. That's all I can say. Just back the club. I think there needs to come a point now, all jokes aside, where we stop this FSG in and out thing. They are here, but the main thing is we are Liverpool Football Club, like all of us. Like it don't matter where you are. It don't matter if you go to games, you watch them at home, you watch them on your phone, your iPad. It don't matter. We are Liverpool Football Club. We support the same cause. We want to win everything as one. Let's just back that. Man City inflating the market. Do you know what's so mad? I don't even think they're kind of inflating the market because when you look at some of the prices, some of it is kind of the going rate. Yeah, some of it isn't, but I don't think it's necessarily them. Inflating the market is more of a move of, like, for example, what PSG did when they just said, yeah, do you know what? We're just going to pay 200 million for Neymar and buy his release clause. For me, that was inflating the market. And then even our English tax as well, as a whole, as a Premier League, we inflate the market because we rate our English talent so highly. We do it to ourselves. So I don't think it's just Man City. I have to be real. I do think it's more the Premier League. Pimp in distress. Big up yourself, brother. And you know why as well, brother. Love as always, G. Big up, G's. Miss you guys. Got used to a stream every 2 days. You've been slacking. You know, so much, I'll give you a quick little bit of insight, There was a conversation the other day. I'm not going to say who said what, but there was a conversation where someone was like, no, we need to like do some stuff. And you know what I mean? So trust me, we're always planning behind the scenes. Even when we're tired, like, and I'm sure it's the end of the season, we're all tired. Like, trust me, whether you get 2 streams, 3 streams, 4 streams, just know during your week, you will see Team Kop-Ish. You know what time it is already. Ash says, giving two players nearly 31, 400,000 a week deals ain't FSG in or out. It's just bad financial business. Take a merchant out of it. Let's get some fresh blood and Klopp will do his thing. Keep the faith. Ash, this ain't even about you. And thank you again, brother, for the super chat. Trust me, brother. It's always love. I'm not saying give them 400K. I'm saying maybe give them 300K, 320, incentivize that maybe. The reason why I say I wouldn't call it bad business if it's 300 or just over 300. If Liverpool winning trophies, we're bringing in money.
Mm.
Remember, you have to spend to win. Like what you said as well, Jim. There's only so much trust in Klopp like we can actually do. Don't get me wrong. For me, Klopp is the best manager and best development coach that is available, like in the world. I think he's the best. However, there is gonna come a time, surely, where he's like, okay, like this is as far as I can take this guy. Do you know what I mean?
And they only just turned 30, bro. They're not nearly 31. They literally both only had their birthday like within a couple of months of each other recently. So they're only just turned 30.
And
Kevin De Bruyne is 31, by the way. I just like to say.
That, Ronaldo, and I know again, maybe Ronaldo's a bit different, but no one was questioning Ronaldo's age and wages at 31. But Liverpool players that turn 31, it's like they're gonna fall off a cliff. It's just not. Do you know what I mean, Ash?
Bro, at 31, at 33, Ronaldo went to Juve for 100 million, bro.
Bro,
at 33 years old, Ronaldo went to Juve for 100 mil.
All I'm gonna say is this here for bringing the callers. We are big bad Liverpool Football Club, you know. We don't take nothing from no one. That's how we feel, innit? We're big bad Liverpool. We challenge with all of them. Isn't this the same message that we should be giving to our hierarchy where we say, listen, we feel like we are the best. Please give us the best. Please do your best. If something is out of the question, we understand it. 400,000 a week, in my opinion, I understand it. We can't really go there. Even I get that. But 300,000 with some incentives, you're telling me we can't do that? I'll leave that one for you people. I'll leave that one for all the callers to think about as well. You might want to say something on that, what I've just said as well. So, yeah, man, it's kind of magic. But you know what? Let's bring in the first caller. I'm going to bring him in. He's been patiently waiting. He's got his own stream now. He's a big boy in the game.
Let me get the timer ready, bro.
Oh, yeah. This is well, people. You're going to get 2 minutes. We're going to be obviously very strict. Soon as you enter, we are going to play the timeout. We're going to get through as many people as we can. And we love and appreciate you all. I know some of you like to chop it with us before we get into it. But unfortunately today, guys, we have to go straight in. Pause. Like we got to do this, innit? So we love to you all in the background. We're going to do this straight away. You get 2 minutes. The stream will be ending around 10:15, and I want to try and bring all of you in before we leave today. So our first person, like I said before, you've seen him a lot of the times on the show. He's one of my favorite people on YouTube, and I'm saying that. I'm not just saying that because he speaks to us. I'm being genuinely honest. I like what he says. He's very level-headed. The only one, Jamie Phillips. What's going on, brother?
Thank you very much. Lovely comments from my man.
Bro.
It's about to get dark, though. Right, so
yeah, go on.
FSG. Look, I'm in the FSG inner, but I'm also will come out against them when they're doing things wrong, in my opinion. And at this moment in time, I think they've treated Mane wrong and underpaid him massively. And with Salah, I think what FSG need to do, I like having a wage structure, but I think FSG need to just move that wage structure up a little bit. So the top earner at our football club gets 300k a week and everyone else gets below that. And I think that's a wage structure everyone can work with. So you come to Liverpool Football Club knowing if I work hard enough, I'm going to get a top whack of 300k a week. Now, for me, Mo Salah is not, his all-round play isn't good enough to be a 400 grand a week footballer. And I mean that, what I mean by that, we all sometimes watch Salah and get really annoyed with him. You know, when he comes in off the right, he runs into defenders, he loses the ball a lot, but then he get 10 chances a game and he'll score a couple of goals. But I've even seen you guys on your match reactions before talk about Mo, like, I don't think a goal today deserves a 7 out of 10 or something like that because his all-round gameplay weren't great. So for me, that's why I wouldn't give him 400 grand a week, but 300 grand a week for me is perfectly fine for Mo Salah. Sadio Mane has been undertreated. If it is true, he's only been on 100 grand a week all this whole time. For me, I think that's disgusting. And he should have been at least on 180, at least 180. And but Mane will always go down as a legend. Salah will always go down as a legend at the football club. But eventually, football clubs evolve. You move on from players and you just got to get the recruitment right. If we get the recruitment right, it's a big summer for FSG. If they get the recruitment right this summer, and it goes well, we're all going to be happy. If they mess this up, it's all back on them, and I'll even be back on them. At the end of the day, I'm a Liverpool Football Club fan. I'm not Mane FC or Salah FC. I'm Liverpool FC, and it's as simple as that, guys.
No, that's what, I can't disagree with that, man.
Facts,
I can't
bro.
disagree
There's
with that.
nothing I disagree with what Jamie said. I think, like we were saying, it's like moving that wage structure just up a little bit. We're not asking, like you said, Jamie, we're not asking even for our best players to be on 400. Move it to 300. And even if it means Salah and Mane are both on 300, yeah, I'm sure we're not breaking our wage structure. I'm sure Liverpool aren't suddenly going to turn into Man United where we're running in debt. I don't think that's the case, bro. And I do genuinely feel like the whole Salah 400,000 a week. Yeah, I can't lie to you, bro. I feel the same way. Like, even if you could go PSG and get 400,000, fair enough. However, I do feel like if you offer Mo 300 and it's a little bit more incentivized, I think he genuinely signs. However, from what I've heard though, Jamie, we're not going near that. We're going like 230, like 225.
That's where they got an issue. And even I'll admit that you got an issue. If you want the best players in the world to stay at your football club, you might have to pay them. And 300 grand, I don't think is. If you look around the world, apparently what Mo wants would make him the 7th highest paid player in European football at this moment in time. What he's asking for. And if you're doing that, I think everyone thinks everyone's getting paid 300 and 400,000 pounds around the world. But I think the average wage in Europe is about 180 grand. So they've all just got to do their structure. I like a structure. Just open the umbrella a little bit more. Open the umbrella a bit more, and you get a better structure in the club, and we can afford that at this moment in time. Don't be stingy, as you said. Everyone will be happy, and we keep moving.
No, well said, brother. As always, big up yourself.
Can I just say thank you for everything you guys have done for me as well. My channel's now monetized as well, so big up to everybody.
Yes, Jay. And let the people know where they can find you as well. Come on, bro. You got to play.
Yes, there's Jamie Phillips Football Chats, guys, and I do shows every day of the week. I do about 12 shows a week. So
come on, hard work. There you go.
Yeah, the graph don't stop, and I've just got memberships on the channel if anyone's interested as well.
You got who? Sorry.
I've got memberships on the channel as well if anyone's
interested. All right, Jay.
Come on, guys. Make sure you guys continue to support Jamie, man. That's big, man.
Trust
That's big.
Me,
That's big.
Make sure you subscribe to Jamie Phillips Chats as well, people. Trust me.
Yeah, and you're welcome, bro. You deserve it, man. Keep doing your thing, bro.
100%, brother.
Thank you, guys.
Love as always, brother. Take care, bro.
See you later, guys.
Peace.
All right, let's bring in the next caller. I will bring in. Cool. Chainsaw DH, you there, bro?
Yo, I'm here. I'll make it quick. Congrats on 25k. Big up to all three of you.
Thank you.
I love the members videos. I love your members videos. I'll subscribe. I think I've already subscribed to Jamie, but if I haven't, I will. First thing is Drifty. You're not my captain anymore. Simply, Matt's my captain now. Simply because you say things like Real Madrid wouldn't make the top 6 of the Premier League or something like that. Come on. Below Liverpool, it's just absolute dross.
No.
Liverpool,
I said they'd get top 4, but they wouldn't win the Premier League. Okay, and I believe that. I don't believe Real Madrid would win the Premier League.
But you believe that. Okay, I have to move on. Also, I want to talk about Bobby as well. I know Bobby's hot and cold. Like, he gives you a good performance and a bad performance. But some people need to be consistent on him. And I think people forget how crucial he's been this season. Like, was it 11 goals, 5 assists? He was on course to 20 goals, like Drifty said. But, like, injuries got him. And he still gave an assist and a goal recently as well. So, like, I don't know. He gets a lot of disrespect out of the front three, the iconic front three. And I would like to defend FSG, but maybe for another call-in show, because I've got a few points, but it's too long. And one last thing. I've been consistent on Jota. I remember when I called him poor. I might have gone a bit too far with Jota, but like, he worries me. His overall play as a centre forward. So if you lose Mane and let's say we lose Salah, Jota is not a good replacement for any of those two players as an overall player, because Salah, Mane, they give you more. Salah gives you assists. Sadio gives you creativity, and he takes on players as well. So I just have high expectations of Jota, and I hope he performs better. And Henderson, I've been consistent on. He deserves respect. He's a squad player now, but he still deserves respect, and that's about it.
100%. I agree with that, man.
What's that,
I
bro?
agree
We'll
with
talk
that.
that up now. Still,
Big up
thank
as
you for
always,
calling in as
Chainsaw,
always,
man.
bro.
Big up yourself, bro.
All right, Drift. So quickly, first one, I'll ask you: do you think Bobby Firmino the disrespect? Do you think he's respected within Liverpool, or do you feel like he's disrespected at Liverpool, or do you feel like he's still disrespected in Liverpool?
I think you know what I always say to you. Football recency is probably the worst disease in football. I always say it. Recency bias always plays a role in like the way people are, and that's why I defend certain players when I know they have a legacy that shouldn't be disrespected. Bobby Firmino is without question one of Liverpool's best ever Premier League players. And just because the last 12 to 18 months he's had like dodgy patches within that and he hasn't been the old Firmino that he used to be, it doesn't mean he's still not a capable player. He came off the bench many times this season and did well. He got into double figures and he spent about 4 or 5 months of this season carrying injuries or getting over injuries. I think Bobby had a good season under the circumstances of what he had to go through with the injuries and whatnot. So I do think Bobby does get disrespected. I do. I mean, he's not a striker. We can't play him up front anymore. But then again, there's probably some games where he can facilitate in that position and maybe it ain't the worst thing in the world if he does play there. But in the big games, he can't be up front anymore. In them big games, see like that Real Madrid game in the Champions League final, that can't be Bobby up front anymore. We've gone way past that moment. But Crystal Palace away, he could be a striker. Or do you get what I mean? Like, of course he's still got a part to play. I think Bobby does get disrespected, yeah.
No, fair enough.
Just by the fact the club ain't doing nothing about his contract, he's being disrespected. Because the thing, you know what the big elephant in the room is? Naby, Ox, and Bobby are all on 1 year as well. So because we're talking about Mane and Mo all the time because they're the better players, people are forgetting the elephant in the room, bro. We paid 56 million for Naby.
We got 6 senior players that their contract
mad thing,
like
bro.
kind of even I'll throw a minute into that as well.
Yeah,
all right, just
mad.
quickly, I'll start on this one in the Jota overall play. Worries Chainsaw. Here's the thing. So Jota started the season so well, and that injury kind of like stifled him a bit for the rest of the season. I think Jota will come back next season, and I think he'll be lights out again for goals. However, I do feel like he's the type of player where we just might have to put up with the fact of his link-up play is just not the greatest. I think it can improve, though. It can improve because some of it is not a technical issue. It's just more about being sloppy. I think he just needs to be a bit sharper and his decision-making. Because I noticed when Jota plays on that left wing, sometimes he can dribble with the ball a bit too long before he makes a decision. Whereas when he plays up front, he can be very decisive, but at the same time, hold on to the ball. I think he's got that little bit of I hold on to the ball too much, but I think that will be ironed out, so I'm not too worried. And for the last one, Drift, I'll let you talk on this bit. Henderson deserves more respect from Liverpool, or just from maybe the footballing world, so to speak.
100%. Always said it. Always said it. One of the most disrespected players of the Premier League era. But let people disrespect him. The real ones know. The real ones know. Although, obviously, I've said it plenty of times, I do think it's time for him to become a squad player for the evolution of the team. But he will more than play his role throughout that rotation, without a shadow of a doubt.
I hear you. All right, then. Let's bring on the next caller. And it is the one and only Cows Now Army. What's going on, bro?
What's happening, bro?
Cows Now Army, you there, bro?
You're on mute, bro.
Yeah? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, you was on mute. Yeah, what's going on, bro?
Can you hear, bro?
I'm going to throw the cats among the pigeons with what I'm about to say, and it's going to rattle a lot of people here, but I'm just going to say it. We as a Liverpool fan base are very, very fickle. I think a few weeks ago we heard that our team or our squad is as good as Man City's, but it isn't. Let's keep it real. We've got too many overpaid pieces of crap in our team, and I think certain players have to be moved on. Every time I look at our central midfield options, I laugh. I actually laugh. Outside of Thiago and Fabinho, our midfield wouldn't look out of place for a Crystal Palace or a Aston Villa. And I'm just genuinely being serious. James Milner should be moved on. No disrespect to Naby Keita, but he should be moved on. Curtis Jones should be moved on. And if Henderson didn't get the contract that he got last season, there would be a conversation about him being moved on as well this season. But then when it comes to people wanting new players in, nobody ever wants to talk about players moving out. I bet if I were to ask a question to you, Drifty, or to you, Matt, who would you want to move on this summer? I will get a consensus answer of Nico Williams, Nat Phillips, Sepp Vandenberg, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. I don't think you guys are willing to move players on. And if you guys were pushed, I think the biggest answer I would get is Takumi Minamino. If I was to ask you Roberto Firmino, I would get a no. If I was asked about Naby Keita, I would probably get a no. If I was asked about Curtis Jones, I would get a no. If I was asked about James Milner, I would get a no. So how can you expect players to come in but expect the players that we currently have to stay at the club? It makes no sense, in my opinion, because we don't have the squad numbers to have 26, 27 players. That's just where I'm coming from. We have 8 midfielders, which is more than Man City's, but nobody talks about us having more numbers than Man City because the quality in gap is an absolute joke. The attack as well. Man City have 3 attackers: Sterling, Jesus, and Mahrez. We have 5. But the reason why people talk about we need 5 attackers is because our midfield is absolutely crap in creativity. Listen, guys, I respect the thing. Big up. And listen, that's all my question is. Why do you guys want players to come in, but you're not willing to get players out? Big up to you, Drifty. Big up to you, Cal. Matt, sorry. Get up to 30K subscribers. Big up to you, man.
Love, bro, as always.
Big up
love
as
as
always,
always,
man.
bro. We'll
Big
chop it
up
up
as
now,
always,
still.
brother.
Love as always, brother. Thank you, brother.
Big up, bro.
All right, so let me rip off the band-aid. The first thing he said was the fan base is fickle. And he's saying
I
about
think
how
every fan base is fickle, though. I can't.
Yeah. He's talking
yeah.
about how, we were saying about our Man City, our squad is as good as theirs. He's saying players should be moved on. Do you agree, though, that we do took up our team too much, or do you feel like it's kind of like it's kind of right to do so in the position that we're in? Pause. Answer that one first, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's the reason why I always get told I'm being negative, because I don't jump on the bandwagon when everyone gets super gassed, isn't it? So if there's one thing no one can do is ever say that I'm that person. And I don't even care about like it overall, because I do it because I'm being honest. But yeah, come on. That's why everyone goes, just so negative, man. Every time, I swear, just depressing, man. We come on here, we're all in the high and then just got to say it. I'm like, no, because I just always keep it level-headed and everyone wants to get lost in the clouds, isn't it? Just because I don't get lost in the clouds with everyone else, I get called negative. And now, look, we don't win anything. And then everyone comes back to reality. And now you're all back to where I just stayed the whole time.
Hey, we won 2 cups, bro.
Do you get what I'm saying? No, but do you get what I mean? Like, everybody was like, jump on this squad thing. And I'm just, guys, let's just stay. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I do believe that there are some improvements needed. But at the same time, I think our squad is as good as Man City. I don't think not winning the cups at the end after the sensational season that we had all of a sudden means our squad isn't good enough. What I think it is just like everything, there's change. Man City, you're going to be losing Fernandinho and Gundogan. They're ballers. I mean, I know Fernandinho is old now. Gundogan is a baller. Gundogan effectively won them the league on the last day of the season. But they're leaving and they're going to have to make changes. It has to be done. With regards to what he was saying about the whole having sentiment towards players, there's some players that I agree with, or I'll always hold sentiment. One of them is Bobby. I do believe Bobby should be a squad player now. You need players like Bobby in your team. He's different. He's not like anybody else. He can change the way you play. And off the bench, he's very effective. So no, I would not say get rid of Bobby. I wouldn't. But I think you can go back and see the receipts when I said Curtis needs a loan. I'd move him out for a season so we can actually see whether he's ever going to fulfill the potential we think he has. But everyone can go and see. I said that. Because I do believe he'll never be good enough for Liverpool if he keeps only playing 5-10 games a season. I've said that. We've had these discussions. So I would move him out on a loan and see what I go on. I've said that. So I'm not just chatting. I've also said, and everybody knows, I wasn't trying to do the get on him because people think I've got this thing against him, whatever. We do have to move on from Naby. I think he had a good season. And I don't think he deserves to leave based on the season he had. Let's just put that out there. And throughout the season, I said, Naby's played way better this year. And for me, Naby has done enough to stay. But in the cold but in the cold light of day, when you assess it at the end of the year and you really do think about where you can make improvements, I've got to be honest, Naby is the one. Naby is the one. Naby isn't meant to be taking up a position in the squad to be a squad player. At 56 million, at his age, with his talent, he was meant to be a first team player. If he's not capable of being good enough to be trustworthy enough to be a first team player, not even injury wise, even performance wise, he never performed to the high level consistently this season. He just had his best season he's had for Liverpool. I would move him on. I would. I just don't think it's a detriment to Liverpool if he stays because he is a good player. But I would move him on. I would.
All right, let me answer it. All right, I'll get stuck into a little bit as well. So in regards to the fan base, yeah, I think we can all kind of do the whole big up your team more so because you're in that moment. You're going for every cup available. I think we had a right to big up our chest, and I understand the whole point of you didn't want to jump on board. However, for me, I jumped on board because I wanted to get involved into something that I know that might not ever happen again. There's something euphoric that we were on the verge of doing. And I didn't want to sit back and hold back and wait. I kind of wanted to experience, I wanted to understand what it really, really meant. So that was just how I felt about that. And because of moving players on, me personally, I do think you have to be careful when you move players on. It's got to be the right time. It's not just about revolution and evolution. It's about, for me, timing is the most key aspect in football. One of the most key aspects. Yes, players always need to be moved on, but it's the right time. Should Bobby Firmino be moved on right now? I don't think so, no. Should Sadio Mane right now? No. Should Salah? No. The reason I say that is because these front three players are so good, I do reckon they could do this for maybe another 2 years before we have to have that conversation when you need to move them on. Yes, they might not necessarily be the same players when they all signed, but they've adapted. Like I said before, Bayern, and I'll go back to Bayern, when Bayern had Robben and Ribéry, they didn't just sell them when they hit 30 and 31. Oh my God, they're 31, let's get rid of them. They thought, do you know what? These players are still absolutely amazing. What else do we need? How can we complement them? How did we complement Mane, people? I think it was a signing called Luis Diaz. We complemented Mane. Mane changed his game. Compliment to Luis Diaz signing. Now, when it comes to other players, moving people on, yeah? And I just heard someone say this ain't Bundesliga. I just used their Mane as a reference, bro. My whole point is they're two footballing legends. Robben and Ribéry are legends. Mane and Salah are legends. But anyway, we move. When it comes to moving players on, Drifty, Naby Keita. Funny enough, I was having a debate in today, yeah. And here's the thing now. I fully understand it. Naby Keita was brought in to transform us, to take us to a new level. Injuries have halted that progress to the point where he's become more so under Klopp a squad rotational player who I think can still give something to Liverpool. However, if you can improve on Naby Keita, I don't think we should sit there and go, he's indispensable. I do think you look at it and go, do you know what? If we can get him better, we improve. Because it makes sense. If you're £54 million, you're supposed to transform your side or be a key cog and you can't be, then furthermore, you try and see what you can do in the transfer market. However, though, like I said before, was we shrewd enough? Because Naby Keita's now got a year left. Whoever wants him now can probably get him for about 20 mil, 25 mil, pushing. We've done that to ourselves. So we've only got ourselves to blame. But I kind of find it mad, though, and this is one thing I will say, and this is why I will stick up for Naby Keita. Naby Keita has actually had, in my opinion, a very good season. Or not very good, I think he's had a good season. He's had a good season. I genuinely feel like he's had a good season. However, there is this scapegoating for Naby Keita. For example, Naby Keita had a really, really bad shot in the Champions League final. Do you want to know what's so mad, people? that could have been anybody else, maybe, and everyone would have been annoyed, but they wouldn't be as annoyed. When it's Naby Keita, it's a massive issue. If someone else does it, oh well, you know what? Yeah, like he's got credit in the bank, rare tear tear. We got to stop doing that. We got to stop scapegoating players. Naby Keita's had a good season, isn't it?
I disagree with the credit in the bank bit though, but if you got credit in the bank, you do get away with things.
No, bro, because it's a final, and whoever took that shot, if you miss, you got to give them that same energy. We can't keep always doing.
Not if you've done stuff in the past, bro. If you do good things for the club on a consistent basis, and you have a bad moment, you get away with it a lot more than someone who barely does anything and then has.
Let me say this.
It's not the same, bro.
Just like in football and in life, you need balance. Hence why you can't live in the past and think about someone's past achievements. You have to look in the present and look at the future. You have to. Everything in life needs balance, yeah? My whole point is this. If we're gonna
balance is way off though, bro.
No, but bro, here's the thing. Naby Keita had a bad shot, and I've seen people slaughter him, man. Like, that's the only thing he's done this season. But what's so mad is the same people that were praising him when we beat Man City in the cup were saying, NFT midfield, oh my days, this midfield is so sick. Yeah, drop Henderson, rare tear tear. He does one thing. Remember, Naby Keita only has to do one thing, everyone jumps on him. Because his stories would have been written by our fans. Unfortunately, it just isn't it.
I do hear what you're saying. I just think it's very typical of Naby to do. His Liverpool story is more than it's anything else.
I hear you, but you know what I say as well, though? I just want to say this, though. Would people have the same energy if Jordan Henderson had that shot and it done exactly the same?
Oh, yeah, they would have. Yeah, you picked the wrong person. They would have gone nuts on Henderson if you'd done that, bro. We lost Matt?
Frozen. No.
Yeah,
about Frozen?
No, you're
I'm
back.
about.
Oh, no, bro, you picked the wrong person. Henderson would have got absolutely dragged through the streets for that shot.
Should I tell you why?
You picked the wrong person there, bro.
No. I'll tell you why.
No, Matt, you picked the wrong person. You picked the wrong person, bro.
No,
you did, bro. Henderson would have got dragged through the streets for that shot.
Let me land. Henderson is Liverpool captain. Even though people will berate him at times for his performances, he is Liverpool captain, bro. The captain of a club, unless he's diabolically trash, Harry Maguire, you're not going to get that kind of slander from a player that was brought in to be the guy and didn't turn out to be the guy. Bruv, you're the captain of the club. Listen.
Bruv, where have you been, bruv? Henderson gets dragged every week, bro.
Henderson does get it. But we have to.
I think he gets it worse than Naby, if I'm being honest with you, bro.
We have to keep it $150, though. We have to keep it.
I think he gets it worse than Naby, bro. I'll be honest. I think Henderson gets more disrespect in our team than anybody, bro.
No, but you know what it is, though, Henderson? I wouldn't say disrespect. I think people have just like, and this is not me being disrespectful to Henderson. I think people have realized, like, as great as he is and as great as he has been, he's not the same player. So when people say things like he can't play the 8, rare tear, fair enough. I understand that. Drop him to the 6, innit? Because I feel like the 6 is maybe not his position. Make it his own. He can fight with Fabinho. That's one thing I will say. But here's the thing, though. My whole point is this. It's the scapegoating that I don't like. Like, it's kind of mad that a player, we lost the final, but the best thing we can pick out is Naby Keita missed a shot and it should be sold. Like, what? That's what you came out with the game. And it doesn't matter.
I don't like scapegoating either.
No, I'm not saying you, Drift, but I'm just saying, like, we've got to stop doing that. Like, for example, it used to be Taki Minamino. Bruv, do you remember when? And, bruv, I could put my hands up and say, maybe I was even part of that. Remember when Taki Minamino missed against Arsenal? Bruv, we saw the chat go crazy. Sell him. Get rid of him. He's trash. We were laughing and joking. We was a part of that. We all do it. That's why when I say to you, we have to all look at ourselves, man. It's like
I agree, but there's some players where you just get fed up though, and I think that's what it is. So obviously, to not do the whole Naby thing again, but I just got to keep it a buck, bro. Naby's good season this year isn't enough to save his Liverpool career overall.
That's not my point,
at Liverpool,
bro. That's not even my point. Do you know what my point is, though? My whole point is this: if you have to sell him, you sell him. It makes sense. He's got a year left. If we can upgrade, you upgrade. My whole point is this, though. We've come out of a Champions League final. Every man's hurt. But the first thing on some people's lips is we have to shut Naby Keita, who's actually had a good season, Drift. We're not talking about an Oxlade-Chamberlain who hasn't literally been on a team sheet. That's all I'm saying, and I leave it there. Because Naby's been a part of some of our best performances this season and some of our biggest performances. But people won't talk about that, Drift. People will talk about the shot he had in the final. That's all I'm trying to say.
No, I get that, but like I
And I
said,
leave that
it's defining moments, isn't it? And that shot kind of summed up his Liverpool career. I can't lie, it did. But
maybe it did.
we move.
But we move. Anyway, let's move. John Moore, you there, bro?
Big up, guys. How's you?
What's going on,
not
bro?
bad, bro. Yourself?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
Cool.
First of all, I don't believe all that Manny. I don't believe Manny said that whatsoever. Manny's never spoke bad about our club or about the fans. He never has done, never will do. So that's garbage. Second of all, would you take Robert Lewandowski on a 2-year contract if Manny does go? Because if you sign him for 2 years, that gives you a bit of room to look for a long-term replacement. And the guy scored 50 goals this season. That's nuts.
Crazy, bro.
And also, about the thing with Mo Salah you were talking about last night, when they go to a rival club, Mo Salah loves the fans much. He is not going to a rival club. No way in hell he goes to a rival club. Every time he puts a post up, it's always the love for the fans, respect for the fans. He wouldn't do this. I don't think so anyway. But if he does go next season on a free, does Van Dijk start asking questions about where the club's heading? Does Ali start asking questions? Flacco?
I don't even want to think about that, bro. Well, no, you're right, though. You're right. Other people will start asking questions. It's true.
Indeed, they will, bro.
Ali very, very quick. And if it does, FSG are not going to survive at Liverpool Football Club. There will be protests to get them out of that club. We cannot go back to Roy Hodgson days.
Oh. Yo, I'm not even thinking about us going back to them days, bro. Not a chance.
Surely. I don't believe it'll happen. I believe Mo Salah signs a new contract. I do. Like, when I go this summer, I will. Salah signs new. But anyway, glad to see you.
No, appreciate that, bro. And big up yourself as always, man.
Appreciate that,
big
bro.
up yourself, man.
And nice kit as always as well. It's a shame Cal ain't here to see it.
You can use it again next week because Cal didn't see it this time.
He never saw this one, so yeah.
But no, we'll chop up the Salah stuff and the and how the players are gonna feel if they're gonna leave. We'll chop that now, bro.
Yeah, I got it.
You got that down.
Yeah, I go.
Now, big up as always, though, brother.
Next one,
Love as always, brother.
Big up, man.
Care,
Bless, bro. Big up.
All right, so John's first thing was he doesn't believe in the Mane quotes. It's hard to say what's said. I think we won't know until tomorrow, potentially, of Mane.
I think Monday we'll be able to probably talk about it when we really, really, truly, because I want to go and look for myself as well. So
indeed. He also asked a question, Drift. John, he says, would you take, I already know what you're going to say. Would you take Lewan for 2 years and then maybe look for the long-term replacement?
Yeah, 100%.
I would as well, in a heartbeat. I think Lewandowski makes sense. However, I do think he's got his heart set on Barcelona. So
I also don't think our owners would give a 34-year-old a lot of money if they're not even willing to give a 30-year-old a lot of money. So there's no point even dreaming about Lewandowski.
Agreed. And last but not least, he says he believes Salah wouldn't go to a rival, but if he did, other players will start asking questions.
Oh, 100%.
Maybe a bit like what would you say, like what Torres did? Would you say it was a bit like that? Would you say?
I don't think people ask questions of Torres. He just look. I'll say this, Mo. If you ever hear this, if anyone who knows Mo, ask him this question: if you're considering going to a rival, do you want to waste 6 years of your life? Because if you ruin the legacy that you've created at Liverpool by going to, let's be real, it would only be City, Man U, or Chelsea, right?
Yeah.
The three clubs we hate and we have the biggest rivalry within the Premier League, apart from Everton. Yeah. If you go to one of those three clubs, you've just wasted 6 years of your life or 5 years of your life. So I ask you this, bro. Do you want to waste your life like that? Because if you go to one of them clubs, your legacy is dead. Dead. I'm telling you that now. Dead. I don't believe he would go to a rival. I remember when Salah was quoted as saying the thought of playing against Liverpool makes him want to cry. And I don't believe Salah at any point would ever go to a rival. I don't. But if he decided to over money, you're dead to Liverpool fans. Go ask Fernando Torres. So, yeah. No, go and ask Michael Owen.
Michael Owen, not Torres. It's more Owen.
Michael Owen is arguably the greatest player we've ever had as a striker in the Premier League, and nobody gives a shit because he went to Man United. So, Salah, just ask yourself that question if you ever considered going to another team. That's all I'm saying. Because I think legacy should mean more to a footballer than anything.
I think for footballers, some is legacy, some is financial.
If you want to end up like a Kevin Prince Boateng, who's just collected bare paychecks, but no one gives a fuck about him at any of the clubs he played for, then go ahead and do your thing, bro.
For some, I think it's different. I think generally, I feel like some is more about, like, I want to make that paper, innit?
Chelsea fans don't even care about Torres. Torres is lucky he's got Atletico, bro, or his career would have finished with no legacy. You know that. If he didn't have Atletico, Torres would have finished his career with no legacy. I mean, do you know how sad that will be for a player of that ability? It just would have been his
Liverpool legacy, and then everything else was just eradicated. Like, everything else, or not even that, it just didn't matter, innit? It just didn't matter. Atletico, innit? No, you're right, for real, you're right. No, you're right. Still, that's kind of mad still when you put it like that. All right, then, let's bring in our next caller. You might see him cutting up some dub plates as well. You know what time it is. I think if I'm not mistaken, I think he's got a single out as well. I believe his name is Y John. What's going on, bro?
Hey, I'll be very anxious when you do them promos, the intros, you know. Like,
I wouldn't even know what I'm gonna say. It's just in the moment, man. Just like,
what's going on,
What's going on, bro?
Yeah, no,
bless, brother, bless.
Nice one. Nah, you know what? I didn't even plan to join the chat. I told I heard FSG. I was like, hey, okay, you join in.
Yeah.
But, now, you know what? I feel like times like this, especially with all like news flowing about, like who's gonna come in, who's gonna stay, who's gonna go, especially with Mane and Salah, I think this is a time where I think Liverpool fans, we need to like remind ourselves that no player is bigger than the club. Do you know what I'm saying? No matter how big of a legend that they made, the two of them may be, and I'm hoping that these quotes aren't real. But no player is bigger than the club. But I'll carry on saying that for me, FSG. I mean, there's no secret where I stand with FSG, and I think the next 2 years between now and next year, I think everyone will get their clear answer on what FSG's intentions are with Liverpool if they haven't clocked already. I mean, I know what their intentions are, which is clearly to make money off the club. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, and in terms of with Naby, see, the thing with Naby is, for me, I hear you, Matt, when it comes to like obviously there's a lot of scapegoating, which I do believe, because I think we need to give credit where it's due with Naby's performances this season. I think games like Man United away, where he performed brilliantly, games like Man City, where I thought, fam, like, this is the Naby that we paid for. Do you get what I'm saying? But ultimately, because he came with such a big reputation, and I think because he came maybe second fiddle to Fekir, I think all that muddled up ultimately doesn't help a player. And given that he's had the career he's had at Liverpool, ultimately it hasn't been good enough. And I think for me, if an offer came in for Naby, I think I really would consider. I mean, I'm hearing about PSG, possibly bidding 50 million. My question is to you, Matt, if that is true, and I hear Christopher Nkunku's release clause is around 50 mil. So what you gonna do, Matt? What you gonna do? That's my question to you, man. That's my question. For me, I would take it because I think Nkunku, he absolutely fits the profile. I mean, you talk about stats and analytics; they're all there to be seen. He fits the bill. So
Yeah, now we'll chop that out now, bro.
Yeah.
Bless up
Yeah.
as always, bro.
I'm
Love
gonna
as
stick
always,
around,
brother.
watch the show. Hey,
Yeah,
subscribe to my
yeah,
channel,
yeah.
by the way, everyone.
Yeah,
John the
yeah.
Second
Come on,
on all
guys. Make sure you
platforms.
go and get
Make
that done,
sure.
man.
Let the people
John
know
the
where they can find you. Let the people
Okay,
know they can find you, bro.
cool. All right, so you can find me on John the Second on Instagram. So I am John on Twitter. So the way I spell it is IVM and then JON, all caps.
Cool. Yeah.
And then YouTube it is John the Second straight. So that's where you can find me. Chop it out with me, Liverpool music, all that. I'm here.
Yeah, come on, man.
Big at yourself, brother.
Team
Bless
Kopish
as
all the way.
always, bro.
Subscribe.
You know what time it is, brother.
Big up,
Yeah,
man.
Love as
Big
always,
up, big
bro.
up, bro.
Love.
Take care, bro. All right, then. So I'll let you.
So he basically said, "Who do you want to win the championship, your son or your daughter?"
We'll get on to that. That's the last question. We'll get on to that. All right. So firstly, let me ask you this first. So he said no player is bigger than the club. Do you agree with that, Jiff? So even when he's talking about Mane and Salah, he said no player bigger than the club.
No player is bigger than the club. No player is bigger than the club. What I will say though is, I think there are certain points in time where a player can become the biggest thing the club should be thinking about in that moment. So no player will ever be above the club, but I do believe there are players who should get special dispensation, or you move things around for that player based on what go on. Because let's be real, everything we did for the 15 years Gerrard played for the club, he wasn't bigger than Liverpool, but we had to make sure he was happy. Sometimes you just got to keep it a buck. You can't just, you know what I mean? You can't hide it or deny it. And we moved heaven and earth to stop Gerrard going to Chelsea, and rightly so. Yeah. So every now and again, you just have to do what you've got to do. So I fully agree, no player is bigger than the club. But there are times when you move where you move the morals around for the player. And I think players like Mane, Van Dijk, Salah, you move the morals around a little bit if you have to, in order to keep the success at the club. Because ultimately, even though no player is bigger than the club ain't shit without the players. And that can never be forgotten. The only way the club gets to where it is because the players do what they do. So it's one without the other. So you can't have one without the other, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I hear you. All right, why John says the next 2 years are crucial. Like, he obviously kind of feels, this is his personal opinion. He feels like FSG is just trying to make the most out of Liverpool. But more importantly, Jeff, do you feel like the next 2 years are going to be the blueprint to where we're going? You think we're going to get a clearer indication over these next 2 years under FSG?
Bro, if we come off the back of a near quadruple with 5 of the best attackers in the league, and then 1 or 2 of them go, there's an unrest and we take a backward step, Klopp might not even see out them 4 years we were excited he signed for. So there's plenty of discussions that need to be had, bro.
The thing is, I think it's true. The next 2 years will be crucial. It will tell us where we are and where we're going. It will tell us how FSG really feel about Liverpool. However, one thing I will say is, under FSG's ownership, we've never really had to panic. We might have questions that might need answering, but we've never had to panic.
Oh, no, we've hella panicked. We just haven't had to panic with Klopp at the helm.
Well, no, here's the thing. The only thing
FSG's been in charge for 12, 11 years.
Here I'm about to
we
say.
Panicked a lot with them, bro.
No. Here's what I'm about to say, though. Because I should have rephrased it. Under the Klopp era,
Yeah, in the
FSG,
Klopp era, we haven't panicked.
We haven't. So why panic now? We can have reservations, because I think it's okay to have reservations. Because if not, why are you happy with everything that's being said? Like, surely you question things, right? The reason why you question things is because you're unsure. You want to make sure you get the best. There's a reason.
Actually,
why.
Lad's got a point. We did panic in January last season.
Were we panicking
Yeah.
well? Because no, I think panic is different. You're saying the fan base was panicking before we signed
6
in?
defeats in a row, no centre backs. The club looked like we were absolutely heading in the wrong direction, bro.
I'm gonna be real, bro.
There was panic. There was
That's
panic,
an
bro.
anomaly, though. That's an anomaly.
No,
where
but at
all
the
your
time,
centre-
it didn't feel like an anomaly, Matt. It felt like, is this the way
No,
we're
but bro,
going?
all your centre backs being injured and them things there, I'm gonna be real.
You
For
remember,
me,
we didn't know if they'd come back. We didn't know if Gomez and Virgil were going to come back.
bro, I hear
We
you.
didn't
But
know if Thiago was going to come back. Bro,
All right,
I'm
let me-
saying that was panic. That was panic.
let me rephrase it again. The general consensus under FSG, other
Yeah.
than the 1 or 2 times, we hardly ever panic. That's what I'm trying to say. So what I was gonna say is this year, again, we shouldn't be panicking. Have reservations. And again, I think why you're hitting it in the head. The next 2 years, I think, will be very, very crucial to how or what we see. We'll be able to see the objectives. Like, what are they reaching? Do they just want Champions League? Do they want to win a title? Are they willing to put more money into the club to get to where they want to be? So that, for me, that's going to be very, very interesting.
I don't
and
think
how that
anybody
plays
is
out.
panicking. I think everybody is just very, because I'm not going to lie to you. The way Liverpool, the way FSG and Liverpool are moving at the moment, tuck yourself in and be prepared for a second place finish on a regular basis, possibly third if the other team's fixed up enough. That's all I'm saying. And if we're all right with that as a fan base, then it is where we are. But I think most people want to win.
I think it's too early. No, of course. But I think it's too early to say that. Because again, like, remember,
not,
no, the reason I say is this. We're in a way better position than any other team other than Man City. In my opinion, our competitor is Man City.
Yeah, so tuck yourself in and be prepared to finish second every year. That's what I'm saying.
No.
Because we just had the best season we could possibly have with the best squad we've ever had, and we still didn't win. So if we get worse by some of our better players leaving, then tuck yourself in and be prepared to finish second.
But here's the thing, though. Like, when we won the Champions League and they won the league that year, is that how you felt going into the following season? Because we won the league the following season. So that's why, even though it's only one league.
Fair enough.
I'm just keeping it real. Whenever
couple of key components won't be here though, with Mo and Mane and these guys are leaving.
I hear you. But me personally, I kind of feel like whenever you start a season for the next couple of years, I look at it as Man City and Liverpool going to be challenging. For me personally, I never once think Man City have got it wrapped up. I don't think like that. I think because, again, Jiff, like you said, there was one point, and then we can go back and analyze all the games and probably find where we went wrong. It's fine margins. That's why it's not like Man City are that far ahead where we can sit there and honestly go, they're just better. Like, they're just better. Bruv, 1 point. You're an oil-rich club. You can pretty much buy any player you want, and you're 1 point better in the league. We took you, and here's the thing, Drift. Yes, they won the Premier League. We had to face them in one of our cup competitions, and we took them out when it came to a head-to-head. So that's why when I say, like, it's fine margins. What it is, though, and I do agree with you on this point, our margin for error is a lot less than theirs.
Look, I'm not even going to say what you're saying is wrong. I'm just going to say 4 and 5. And with the best squad we've ever had, we still didn't win it. So if our squad weakens... So if our squad weakens, tuck yourself in for second place. That's what I'm saying. We've had some of the best teams we've ever had, and we still finished second.
But all I'm saying is this: because the season hasn't kicked off, obviously new season, we haven't seen any signings. Ain't it a bit early to say tuck yourselves in second? Nothing's happened other than them getting Haaland, which is obviously devastating. But we haven't done anything yet. So why can't we not wait and see? Or you preempting
that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if FSG move the way they've been moving, and we keep doing the hope we turn a gem into hope we turn like a piece of coal into a diamond kind of situation. While they're out here improving their team with top class players who are already at that level. If we couldn't beat them when we had our best team, how are we going to beat them when we've got a couple of projects we've got to think about? Because if we go and do another Jota, or we go and do another Minamino or whatever, which is very likely, we're on another kind of project-y kind of role, right? Where we've got to hope they can bed in and give them time and rare and whatnot. Man City are already better than us, and then we're going to take a step backwards.
No, all I'm saying is, in my personal opinion, you take a step backwards if what we think is going to happen. But what I'm trying to say is nothing is, as we are speaking, nothing's definitive. Nothing is definitive.
Yeah, but we're just going off of probability right now.
No. But I don't want to do probability. I want to deal with facts, and that's why when I say for me
They
personally,
are facts. The facts are we don't spend big money and we
I
don't
know.
put players on high wages. That's
No,
facts, bro.
No. I know that. I'm just talking about start of the season. Oh no.
You're still there.
Right?
You haven't. You
I'm
haven't.
sorry. I saw the thing. I was like, what's going on there? I'm just talking about start of the season. Yeah. Let's see what business we do. Because in my opinion, I can't make that decision on where I think or what we're gonna do until I see the squad we're going with in the start of the season. So right now, the way how things are, yes, they are favored to win it. But I need to see the changes that we're gonna make and what changes are they. That's what
but I'll only change I will only change my attitude accordingly. Until that happens, I'm going with what's really here. And what's here is Mane's left, Mo looks like he's unhappy, and what the fuck are we gonna do? So until I actually, because remember, bro, what you're saying is more of a fantasy than the reality, because we don't know if an Nkunku or Lewandowski or a Kane or anybody like that's gonna come in. So right now, the reality is our star boys are leaving. And we don't know who's coming in, bro. So I'm saying I'm only addressing what the situation is right now.
Would you not wait? Would you not wait?
No, because we've been here so many times and they've done fuck all. So until the good thing happens, I'm only addressing what the facts are, and the reality is we're moving backwards. Man City, you're moving forward. That's the reality, bro.
The way I would, for me anyway, all I would say is, as things stand right now, Man City the favourites. However, when it comes to the start of the transfer window, the start of the summer, and I can see what everyone's done, that's when I will make that assumption. That's how I would say it. That's just me personally. But if that's how you feel, then that's how you feel, innit?
That's fair enough, bro.
Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying, because for me, I can't really judge and even say what we're gonna do when nothing's happened. It's not like it was last season where we at least bought Ibu. Do you know what I mean? Or season before when we bought Fabinho. Nothing has happened other than Fabio Carvalho. And I know there's going to be more business because there's going to be changes. And it does look like it's going to be an evolution. So if there is going to be this evolution, what players are going to be brought in? What players are going to be brought out? That's why I just don't want to say nothing too early. That's what I'm saying. If people want to sit there and say Man City are the all-conquering best and they're going to wrap up everything, that's absolutely fine. However, I will remind you this, though. As great
I don't
as
think that's
are,
what people are saying, though.
No. They're just saying they're heavily favoured. However, I will say this, though. As great as Man City are, because they're a great team, they won the bigger trophy, the Premier League. We won more trophies. We won 2. They might not be as big, but we won 2. So again, it's fine margins. It's fine margins.
All I will say is
I don't understand how people understand that, but it's
the
like,
only thing I'll say is I do struggle to
weird.
understand why people are unwilling to accept Man City are better than us. I've always wondered that, but like,
do you know what? I genuinely feel like Man City, it's a weird one.
They're just better than us, man. It's not by a lot, but they're just better than us. Like,
if they're so better than us, yeah. If they're better than us, yeah. If they are better, why didn't they win the Carling Cup and why didn't they win the FA Cup? And they
cup competition shit happens, isn't it?
Okay, in the league, like you said it as well.
4 out of 5 leagues, Matt. They're better than us. Come on, sometimes you just got to accept it, bro.
Can you hear me out what I'm about to say? In a league, fine margins. Rodri, handball. I'm just saying fine margins, right? I do feel like it's like this, Drift. I think sometimes they feel like they're better. Sometimes I feel like we are better. I can't sit here, me personally, I can't sit here and say they're clearly better than us. I don't believe that. That's just how I feel about it.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's fair enough.
Yeah,
but they're better than us. Like, not by a lot, but they're better than us.
No, fair enough if you think they're better than us. And again, like I said before, we're going into a new season now. And again, like, I don't want to do this whole like last season was last season, isn't it? Like, we're not going to do this whole carrying things over, because when we start a new season, we start a new season. And how I look at it is like this. I like to see what everyone was working with going into this season, because I'm not trying to be funny, Jiff, and this ain't even a dig at you. Bare people were saying Chelsea are going to wrap up the league. Where are Chelsea now? All right, cool, we move. Anyway, because football's football, and again, like, things can change. Things can change.
But until they change, I'm not gonna act like it's there.
No. I hear you.
So that's all I'm saying, Bob. We waiting until the season starts is a sensible idea. But I'm only going to go week by week throughout the summer as things develop. And
all I'll say is this:
until a player comes in, I'm not going to act like it'll be okay. Because at the moment, with players leaving, it's not okay.
All I would say is this: Man City have an advantage when it comes to the financial side of football. That's all I will say.
Yeah,
They
of
have
course. There's
no, no, no,
reasons
no,
why
no,
they're
no, no,
better
no,
than
no, no,
us.
no, no,
That's
no.
facts.
They have a clear advantage.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
one
yeah.
thing
Of course, of course.
right?
But
That's clear.
that's a totally different discussion.
No, Mark, this is my point. That's a big disparity. It's clear. It's not even a debate, right? When it comes to
Yeah.
Liverpool, Man City, head to head, for me, it is close. It just depends who you pick, in my opinion. But that's just me. That's not a disparity. A disparity should mean they should have wrapped up Champions League because they're all conquering great. They should have wrapped it up. They should have beat. You know what I'm trying to say?
Look,
no,
yeah,
it's not even about you. This is just
no,
me
I know,
saying,
but
like,
I'm just saying 4 out of 5 Premier League. If you flipped it on its head and they'd only won the league once and we'd won it 4 times, we would never entertain a discussion that said Man City are as good as us. We wouldn't.
But if they
so if they won 4 out of the 5,
yeah, that's true.
Can we really
That's
have
true.
the discussion, bro?
All
Like,
right,
let's be honest.
can I ask you this then? One of those years, we had the mad anomaly. And you know when people say it's an excuse, it's not even an excuse, but it's giving you facts, right? All of our centre backs got injured. That's just factual.
It's still 3-1 then, even if you take that out of it then.
Bro, but here's what else I'm going to say. Man City are better than us, right? Why have they never won a Champions League, bro? They've had how many times to win it? They're so good. And they are good. This ain't even like a joke, bro. Man City are so good, but they can't win a Champions League. Do you know why that is, in my opinion? They don't have the mentality to do it. They've got the mentality to do it in the Premier League because they're used to it. But when it comes to the Champions League, they're not used to it. And I kind of feel like it's a role reversal with Liverpool. We've only done it once. However, it's still better than them. They've never won a Champions League. They spend all this money. They can go and buy 100 million Grealishes, but still can't get over the line, bro. But Man City are that much better than us. This is why when I say...
you're kind of beating them with a stick.
No. What I'm saying is fine margins. You see, when I talk about the money thing for me is a disparity. But when it comes to like club football or just however you perceive the two teams, I do generally feel like for me it's close. I do feel like it's close.
I mean, it is close. They're not like head and shoulders above us. I mean, even if you go on a head-to-head, bro, they beat us more than we beat them. But anyway, let's not like keep going on
that's true. That's what I'm saying. Brother, it will never end, the Man City Liverpool thing. And I don't want it to end either because I do feel like we've got more, man. We've got more that I feel like
fuck
we
Man
can show
City, innit? But it is what it is.
We move. Tarmizi, what's going on, bro?
What's going on, guys? Yeah, enjoying the conversation. All right. I'm gonna start now.
Yeah.
First thing, because we're heading to preseason, do you think that teams because next month Liverpool will be traveling to Singapore playing against Crystal Palace? Do you think that they should be against another Premier League team or against a local, say, an all-star team? So like the MLS All-Star. So I just want to have your opinions on that. Second thing, I'm heading to World Cup, as you all know. A couple of months I said that. And the game that I'm watching is the winners from, or I hope you guys have the pen, Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, South Korea. That's the first place. And the runners-up from Switzerland, Cameroon, Brazil, Serbia. I think it'll be Uruguay against Switzerland. And place that I'm hoping to see is Nunes against Shaqiri. And lastly, Matt, have you watched Winning Time? Rise of the Lakers Dynasty? And big up to you guys. Road to 100K. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, big up yourself, bro.
Big up yourself, brother. Love us all.
Have you got them all down, Matt?
You know what? I was just about to say so I've got should Liverpool play because you're speaking so should Liverpool play locals, right. You were saying local team or Crystal Palace. I've got Winning Time, but what was the second question you said, bro? The second one.
Oh, so it's about the World Cup.
So
the first place from the Portugal group, in the group it'll be Ghana, Uruguay, and South Korea. And the second place on another team is the second place, the runners-up, which is Switzerland, Cameroon, Brazil, Serbia.
So you wanted to see? Was it Ghana? You said you wanted to see.
So he said Ghana, Uruguay, and South Korea. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
No, I'm saying which was the game you said you're looking forward to?
Oh no, I'm just want to know your prediction.
Oh, okay. Of who will top the group and who will come second. Oh, okay, okay.
What was the second group? You said what was the second group? So you said Switzerland,
Cameroon,
Brazil,
and Serbia.
And Serbia. All right, cool. And then the first group was Ghana, Uruguay, South Korea, and who was the last one?
Portugal.
Portugal. Calm. Cool,
Yeah.
bro. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Cool. Big up as
Love,
always,
brother.
bro.
Big up.
Big up,
Yeah.
man.
Thanks for
Bless,
having
bro.
me.
Bless.
Take care, bro.
Big up.
All right, then. So, Tom Izzy, big at yourself, bro. He says, right, obviously, Liverpool playing abroad this year. And yeah, we're going to be doing a few tours, if I'm not
100% to
mistaken.
play locals. 100%.
Yeah.
It makes
I
no
think-
sense to play Crystal Palace. Although, maybe there might be Crystal Palace fans in Singapore, though. You do have to think about that as well.
See, for me, I think that's more of a money thing. If I'm being genuinely honest, that's me seeing it as Crystal Palace are obviously a draw because they're playing the Premier League. Liverpool, Palace, it's a fixture where they can kind of glamorize it a bit. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's just my opinion. I think
They should be playing locals, though. That would be an amazing
to
day
help
for
the
the actual
locals out,
team
yeah.
to be able. Yeah, they should be playing the
help the
locals.
local town, whoever you play, like give some money back to them and help us out. This is what we're about. Like, we're supposed to be helping. Do you know what I mean? As well, it's kind of like how the FA Cup is. Like when you play that kind of lower league team. Do you know how happy the lower league team get when they get to see like some of the players that they never thought they might not ever see, or just that fixture that they've always dreamt of? I do think it should be the same thing, in my opinion. So
yeah, 100%. I agree with that.
But right, regarding the World Cup now,
Mm.
these are the two teams. Oh, sorry, two groups. So you got Ghana, Uruguay, South Korea, Portugal. So who do you think is going to come first and second out of that group, Drift?
Portugal will win. Uruguay will finish second, I reckon.
For me, I think you are correct. I agree with that. And for the second group, Switzerland, Cameroon, Brazil, Serbia. I think for that one, Brazil win it.
Yeah, Brazil definitely win that.
And
Serbia probably would come second, I
I
reckon.
don't know, Switzerland are a bit of an underdog, and so are Cameroon. You know what?
Switzerland always flatter to deceive in tournaments, though. I don't ever remember them living up to their actual potential in any tournament. I don't think Switzerland will do anything. It's between Cameroon and Serbia, I think. I'd love it to be Cameroon, if I'm being honest. I think it'll be between Cameroon and Serbia. I'd probably give it to Serbia, though, if you really pushed me.
Oh, okay.
But I want it to be Cameroon. I want that to be Brazil and Cameroon. So it'll be Brazil versus Uruguay, Portugal versus Cameroon. That's what I would want it to be.
That'd be kind of sick still. I can't even lie. All right, then. Big at yourself, Tom. Is it? Let's bring on the next call.
But sorry, there was one other question, wasn't there?
Should Liverpool play locals because
I'm sure there was one other.
World Cup Ghana? What was the other question? My computer went a bit mad. You might be right, but it's
I'm
not
sure there
showing
was.
me.
Tom Izzy, we'll chop it up afterwards. Remind us in the chat, bro, and we'll chop up afterwards.
Yeah, if there was one.
Showtime.
Do you know what? That's it. The Showtime. I've seen Winning Time. That's it. Regarding the Lakers, I haven't seen it. No. That's something on my watch list. Just like the new Obi-Wan. That's on Disney as well. I need to watch that as well. I'm currently watching what am I watching? Stranger Things. I'm on episode 6. I think I'm on.
I'm taking my time and only watching one a day because I don't want to just bang that out and it's done in a week, like in 2 days, or like binge watching it in a day. I've been waiting.
Yeah, I've taken my time over it.
I've been waiting nearly 2 years for that. I'm taking my time.
I'm on episode 6, man. There's only one more left after that.
I just finished the third one, so I'm on 4 now.
And then obviously you got 9 and 10 that come out July 1st. That's so annoying that we have to wait until July 1st. I know it's less than a month, but that's just Netflix. Why, man? But we move.
I think Stranger Things might be top 10 TV shows of all time, man. The quality, do you know what it is? Because I did film studies at uni, I appreciate good writing. And when a story comes together in a complicated way, I am amazed and I'm in admiration for the way it's done.
Yeah.
And Stranger Things, the storyline, the way they bring it together is just amazing, bro.
No, it is because they actually thought it out. Whereas there's other seasons you can tell the last season they just like, what do we do? Like, we're stuck here. We gotta unwrite what we did earlier to make things make sense. They don't do that in Stranger Things. Stranger Things, like, they had a plan from the beginning. They knew where they wanted to go and they knew the steps they had to take. And I find it, for me personally, I like even how the fact now that it's even that bit darker because now even the characters are a bit older. Like when I think of this season, bro, this season is way darker than a couple of other seasons. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, raw. Them man are going deep
Now,
now.
Stranger
Yeah,
Things
all
is
right.
good, man.
Stranger
It's
Things is
good.
sick. But
Yeah,
in fact,
Stranger
after we
Things is
finish
amazing.
this, I'm watching it. I'm watching that tonight. I'm gonna finish. Yeah, I gotta watch episode 6, man. We move finish it off. But yeah. All right, let's be on the next caller. A few more of you left. Big Bucks, what's going on, bro? Big Bucks. Yeah,
What's going on, bro?
Lol, yo, well done.
What's going on, man? Been a while, bro. You good?
It's been a while, man. I'm good. Actually, not really, because my favorite player left, Tony Rudiger.
Oh, okay.
He's got Madrid, ain't it? Yeah, he's got Madrid still. Yeah.
And we lost the FA Cup final to you. Yeah, man, it's just not good. It's not been good. But obviously, outside of football, it's been good. But with Chelsea, I hate them. They're just honestly, they're annoying, man. Like literally, Drifty's laughing. Basically, he took the sanctions off. Yeah, I want signings by the end of this weekend. I want to sign it, bro. Nah, bro.
I said by Sunday midnight, someone better be in the door, blood. That's it. Like no.
I heard you're getting Dembele, bro. So I think you might be getting your win.
I've heard that as well. I've heard you're getting Dembele.
I want him so much, but yeah, if we get Dembele, I'll be happy. But let's forget Chelsea. Let's forget them. I'm here for Liverpool. Liverpool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For me, you lot are one of the greatest Premier League teams of all time. I know the trophies might not back it up, but you lot are an amazing team. However, your fan base, you lot treat yourselves like you're West Ham or something. Like, oh, look at us. We don't have money. We shouldn't be here. Look at Man City. They got so much money. There's only 1 point. Brother. You are self-proclaimed best team in the world. Best goalkeeper. Best this, best that. And the trophy, bro, like, one league title to show for it. Like, I'm sorry, but the maths ain't mathing, man. The maths ain't mathing, bro. You've been to 3 Champions League finals. You got 1 Champions League out of 3 for the best team ever, yeah? And that Champions League you won was against Tottenham. Like, brother, man, what is this, man? Come on, Matt, man. Matt, where's the chest, man? Because I saw you and Callum do.
No, do you know what? I'm actually writing down everything that you're saying so I could document it and then throw it back at you. But no, that's why I'm being silent. Don't take me smiling up, me being, you know what I mean? I'm writing it all down, bro. Don't trust me. Go on, keep going, bro.
Yeah, but because, Carl, you see, like you and Callum were giving it the big end, trying to force Drifty into it, bro. Pick up Drifty, my guy. Drifty remain humble. He's like, nah, wait, bro, relax, bro, wait, man. And you lot were like, no, Drifty gonna wave, man. No. Now look, you guys got egg in your face. Now look. So answer for your crimes, Matthew. Answer for your crimes.
I will answer for my crimes. One thing I will say though, before you big up your chest and come onto the show, remember your club right now is being sold, fam.
Don't worry about my club.
That's where your club is at. So don't worry about our club. You worry about yours.
You want to say my trophies though?
Your club right now is under evaluation because you have certain. Listen, Rudiger has left. Christensen has gone. Alonso, I know you wanted him out the door. He's gone. Lukaku wants to leave. Pulisic would rather ball out for USA than ball out for Tuchel. Should I go on? Jorginho, the all-world conquering Ballon d'Or player, nowhere to be seen this season. Who else is there? Kante, apparently, from a lot of your Chelsea fans, is on a decline. Should I carry on? Would you like me to carry on? Reece James.
The best right back.
Do you want me to carry on?
No, I don't want to carry on.
Are you sure?
Because not
sure?
No.
Let's chop it up.
Okay.
Let's chop it up.
We'll chop it up, big bucks. I was just asking some questions.
I drifted. You see, like,
you
see the difference, yeah? His team is so clear of mine, but his insecurities are showing, bro. Because you see me, yeah? Like, you're witnessing it. How many times have I come in here and cussed his team out? Ask Callum as well. I've come in here multiple times and I've said my team's dead. I'll let you know. You think you're the best team in the world. Right now, bro, you try to say you're better than Man City right now. You try to say you're better. No, you, yes, Matt, I'm talking to you.
What I'm saying is this, big bucks, and I'm just going to make you learn, brother. You're a Chelsea fan, first and foremost, yeah? One thing I will say, all love, you know it's always love. Come on, brother, you know it's always love.
Come on, G.
You should be addressing your own team first before you try to move to us.
I just said
you want to talk about insecurities, bro. Do you know what an insecurity is? You're not addressing what's at home. What's at home, bro? Your team. I don't understand why you're so focused. No. You spoke on a few things, bro. Let's be real. Your club is going through a whole renovation. Man, have to clear out everything. But all I'm gonna say is this, and this ain't even no spite, bro. It's always love. You know, come on, it's always banner. But one thing I will say though is this, bro. Liverpool fans have the right to big up their chest this season. They have the right to sit there and say there's an argument about who was the better team. The reason I say that is because of this, and this is actually factual.
Yeah.
Man City won 1 trophy, we won 2. However, our ones don't hold the same weight. So it's however you see it, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea fans started the season, were buying up Havertz, buying up Lukaku's, buying up Werner's, and we're talking crud. There's different crud. Reece James is the best.
Yeah.
Do all this stuff, back free. There's no back free tax. We can handle ourselves. Well, 2 of your back free want to leave.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? And this is what I want to say. This ain't even that you big bucks. For me, this is more about its self-awareness. Chelsea fans came with a lot of chest this season saying that they were going to win stuff. Funny enough, we were sitting there saying, do you know what? We don't know where Liverpool are going to be. Like, we're confident, but we don't know where we're going to be. We just didn't come in with chest like that. But do you want to know something? You see how things panned out this season?
Yeah.
There's a reason why we big up our chest, bro. Because we've ended up with 2 trophies. It might not be the best 2 trophies, but there's still trophies to add to our collection. And I'll leave it there, brother. It's always love.
And how do you win them 2 trophies?
Oh, by beating you. Yeah, I forgot about that. You move.
Yeah.
Love, so, brother. Love as always. Love as always. I know it's funny, but it's love. It's love. It's love.
Yeah, because I was just spitting the realness in it because and it's not an aim at you, Matt, but your fan base.
Oh, I know, man.
No, but it's a fan base, brother, man. Like you man have this all like as if you're Accrington Stanley. Like, oh, we got peace, you know. And Matt,
bro, I'll be honest with you, Bucks. Yeah, I'll end it with this though. You see how you've been used to being in that Man City thing with the whatever. Now that you're on our level, in a couple of years, the Chelsea fans are going to be talking about the money thing, same way we do, bro. And when you're there, then you'll understand where we're coming from.
How do you know that's going to happen though?
Because your owner's very sensible. So even though he will make sure he tries to win, he's not just going to be writing off debts like Abramovich did. So there's no more buying a player without any care in the world. Do you know what I mean? The way Man City can do it. So you got to be sensible from now on. So you're going to feel like us in a couple of years. Trust me. Remember I said that, bro. In a couple of years, you're going to feel like we do right now, bro. But we'll chop that up and big up yourself as always, bro. Big up, man.
Love us
big
always,
up, man. Big up, big up.
Yeah, man.
All right. So, oh, sorry, Ross, I put you straight in.
That
was me. But I put you straight in. I was supposed to actually ask a question. Just quickly, I'll ask you. Actually, Rod stayed there as well.
We can just chop up what Big Buck said afterwards. Rod is on. Let's just talk about what Rod wants to talk about now. Let's go. I'll start the timer now. What's going on, bro?
Big up everybody. Big up everybody. Enough respect going out to you guys, man. Enough respect to reach 25,000 subscribers, man. I know there's a lot of hard work and them thing there. Big up yourself. You understand? You know something? I was talking to Big Bucks in the actual private comment and everything that, right? And you know, so that boy have no sense in a dog. You have no sense in a dog, you know. You know what I mean? He's going on about Man City and like winning 4 premierships in 5 years and everything that. And you're an Arsenal, you're a Chelsea fan. We are big up next team for. How we are deal with? And brother, remember and they, you know, check this man and from that, right?
Yeah.
Them man and they, right? This is about Chelsea fans. Well, I understand, right? Chelsea fans at the day, right? Like to run at their mouth since 2003, you know. You notice at the day, you know, before 2003, they were quiet. When Abramovich come in and everything that, and was able to buy this person, that person, this person, and that. You notice how they started bigging up the chest and everything that, right? I started bigging up the chest to Liverpool and everything that. When they was taking regular beatings from us, from Liverpool, and they're taking regular beatings from Arsenal and everybody else and for that. So Big Bucks, know yourself, brother. Anyway, listen, right? You see Mane and think that, right? In some respects, I don't blame him and think that because you know what, Ende? He's been disrespected for the last couple of years now and think that, right? He's been real disrespecting for that. And I've actually seen other streams and things like that where people at the day are being ripping into him and everything that, and it's almost been personal. They've been ripping into him and everything that, right? And I don't think it's fair, right? Because if Salah does anything wrong, nobody says anything. As soon as Mane does something wrong and everything like that, as soon as Mane doesn't have a good game, everyone wants to get Mane's back and everything like that, right? Imagine at the day, big man, right? He's been the lowest paid at the day player at the day, right? At Liverpool and everything like that. If anybody should be getting a pay rise and everything like that, should be getting 400 grand a week or whatever, it should be Mane. It should be Mane and everything like that. Because, check it now. Mane can play on the right, Mane can play on the left, and Mane can play in the middle. He can play all along that back three and everything like that. Salah can't do that, Salah can't do it. You put Salah through the middle and everything like that, right? And he's less effective. You know what I mean?
Agreed. Yeah.
He's less effective. He's not getting the goals. And another thing as well, right? Well, I'll say this on Jamie's stream the other day. Big up Jamie every time. I said this to Jamie. What it is with Salah, he's getting worked out. He's getting worked out and everything like that. Because people know what he's going to do when he gets the ball. It doesn't matter about the overlap or anything like that. That's what I was trying to explain the other day. The overlap doesn't matter. Once Salah gets the ball, people know what he's going to do. He's going to cut in with his left foot and everything like that and curl it. You either go for the far post or try and go for near post and everything like that. How about start hitting it with your right foot? I'm telling you, if he took a couple of shots the other night in the Champions League final at the end of the day with his right foot, he could have probably scored. But he's very limited. He's very limited to what he can do. And people, and so I'm trying to say to people are working Salah out now. All they're doing at the day is putting two man on him and everything that, right? And say, right, that's sorted and everything that. Let's look at the other players and everything that. Because then once they put two players on him, that's it. Salah ain't gonna get nowhere. What we need in effect, we don't need no more midfielders. I'm saying, we don't need no more midfielders in effect. We need an out and out striker. That's what we need. We got too much midfielders. Look at Keita when he come on the other day. I'm disrespect Keita, but when Keita come on the other day in Champions League final, he didn't really offer anything different, did he? Not really anything different to say, well, right then, you know what? It's going to take us forward. He played simply like the rest of them did. Do you understand what I'm saying? And the reason why people are probably slating Keita and everything that with that shot he took and everything that is because he had so much time, Matt. He has so much time in the day to control that ball and place it, and he could have scored. But he just swiped it in and everything that, right? And it went wayward. And everything that. Even the commentator was saying, goes, yeah, time. You got time. What you doing? And everything that. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I like what Drifty was saying the other day. Maybe he's not good enough for our team. Maybe we should find somebody else and everything that. Somebody else there that can, that's going to go forward. Do you know what I mean? Because as you were saying in that space thing you did yesterday, I was listening to it and everything that, right? Big up any time. I was listening. It's quite good. I don't know who said it and everything that. The difference with Man City, I'm going now anyway, but the difference with Man City and everything that, they got a lot of number 8s in the box. So they're always going to score and everything that. We haven't got a lot of number 8s and everything that. So I feel that they get an out-and-out strike and everything that, that's going to get us the goals and everything. That's going to unlock this thing of like the low blocks and high blocks. Get an out-and-out striker. But once again, big up for reaching 25,000. And much respect to you guys and everything that. You know what? I always watch a stream and always will watch a stream and everything. And I got my new channel starting out. I've revamped it and everything that. It's Anfield, Roz and Nick and everything that. So I'll hit you man up in it. Anyway,
yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely.
Yeah, man. Listen, keep on doing what you're doing, big man. Keep on doing what you're doing.
Love, big up, man. Big up. You, bro. Love, bro. Love.
Take care, bro.
Big up. Yeah,
right,
obviously I missed a lot of it, but I get the gist. I get the gist.
Yeah, Rob's just saying, just quickly, 2003 Chelsea suddenly got chest. Agreed that's an obviously Abramovich took over. He feels that Mane's been disrespected, being ripped into, and some of it got a bit personal. I agree. That's what we were talking about it earlier.
Yeah.
He feels that Salah can be a bit limited at times. Like people are working out Salah because it always goes onto his left foot. He says there's times when he feels like Salah could use his right a bit more just to give him that unpredictability. Do you agree with that, or do you feel like Salah?
I think Salah's main problem is he lets himself get into his own head too much. And he overthinks things and he doesn't let the game come naturally. The best Mo Salah is when he's just letting things happen naturally. Salah is actually a really poor footballer when he's forcing it. When he just lets the game flow, he's absolutely world class. When he's forcing it, he's actually poor. So I think that's probably. I get the predictability thing in terms of his kind of. I do get what he means by that, but I think it's more when he forces it rather than lets the game happen.
Cool. Ross is also saying we need an out-and-out striker.
Yeah, facts, 100%.
And last but not least, he was talking about the 8s into the box. Yeah, he was talking about that in his space yesterday. So I think that I was just saying like how Man City have got 8s where you have to attend to them in it. Like whether it's Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne on that day, whether it's Bernardo, they're a threat. So you always have to like keep an eye on them and make sure, you try and negate them. With our 8s, because we're so industrial, teams can sit back. No, they're not really going to hurt us. They'll rather live with a Naby or Henderson or Fabinho or Thiago shooting from distance because they're not necessarily known for that. They're not specialists at that. They're more specialists of like insightful, like, passing and movement, but it's always in front of you. Whereas if we get people that are a bit more devastating, it opens up that space. Like that's what I was saying yesterday. And yeah, we was
we need goal scoring midfielders. We always have and we always will. And that's what we hope that Carvalho can become. So yeah.
Indeed.
But by the way, guys, we've got all the supers saved and we're gonna chop that up after we get the callers on. So don't worry, guys, no supers will be missed.
Indeed. Jamrock, what's going on, brother?
Hello?
Yeah, what's happening, bro?
Yo, what up, man?
What up, man? What's up?
You guys good?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, blessed,
what's
man.
good?
Okay. So I have a question for you guys. So right now, because as of now, Monty's still here, Drifty. We're speaking in facts. So he hasn't left yet.
Yeah.
So right now we have 3 players that their best positions is playing up top. Right? Jota, Firmino, and Monty.
His suitcase is packed though, bro. But yeah, go on.
Still not factual. We're dealing with facts. So my question is, at some point in time, we're gonna have to break up one of those 3. Now, I believe a few months back I said I prefer it to be Firmino, but right now it's Monty. I'm cool with Monty leaving if that's what he chooses to do. This narrative that we have that Monty has been severely underpaid. Monty is not making 100,000 a week. We need to stop doing that. Monty's actually on 200,000 this year. He was on 180 after the Champions League win up until last season.
Jarek, I'm not gonna lie. I need those documents, bro.
Yeah, I need evidence of that. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna provide that because it does my head in. I've said before. If Monty only went from 90,000 when he was 80,000 to 20,000, a 20,000 increase after the Champions League when everyone else was getting 50 and 60,000 in wages increase, then I need his agent investigated for collusion with FSG.
But no, here's the thing, Jambo. What they said it was is he's got 100 grand base fee. It's very bonus incentivized. That was what the.
I heard. If I'm being honest, I heard it was 150 incentivized. But no, carry on, Jarek. Sorry, bro. Carry on.
So here's what I'll say in regards to the wages. For Liverpool. Liverpool's wages, right, went from 208 after that year where we went to the Champions League final and lost to 264 the next year, from 264 to 310, from 310 to 325, and now back down to 314. This is as of the year after we won the Premier League.
Yeah.
Only 11 million difference between the year we won the Premier League and the year we won fuck all. Right? And I've said this to you before. I knew this conversation was going to come in terms of FSG in or out and wage and all that kind of stuff. That's why I brought that information way back then. Are we understating the wages that they're getting, or is the bonuses easily attainable? We did nothing last year except qualify for Champions League, and the wage bill only went down $11 million or sterling. Can someone answer that for me?
We're gonna talk.
We won nothing apart from qualify for Champions League, and the wage bill went down only 11 million sterling. I need someone to chop that up and make me understand that math, because that math ain't mathing. That's why it does my head in when I see. I'm just like, everyone else has gotten huge raises after the Champions League final, and just Sadio Mane gets a 20,000 sterling wage increase. Doesn't make any sense. I need someone to explain that to me. I'm out, fellas. I have a lot more to say, but I was kind of
love us always, bro.
But you know, we're still gonna bring you in on that members video during the summer, bro. So as soon as we can figure out a time with all three, we'll definitely get that done as well.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff written down here, man. I was typing away because I was like, this is doing my head in, man.
I'm not gonna lie though, Jeremy. Sometimes I feel like you get access that we don't have, bro. You sometimes you bring out these numbers and I'm like, and again,
I need the Mane documents sent ASAP, though, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Some of it is public, but that Mane one, I'm very intrigued because even our searching fit, funny enough, Jeremy, before you go the other day, I was like, no, surely Mane can't be on 100. There was only one report where I saw he was on a reported 150. And it was heavily incentivized. So yeah, no, send that, bro, when you can, brother.
I'm not. Again, I know my time is. And not just that. Salah has been on about 370 with his bonuses since after the year we lost in the Champions League. 370 with bonuses.
370.
370. Yeah, I didn't stutter. 370.
Incentivized.
Is that what? So you're saying he's got 200 basic, but then he makes up to 170 in bonuses?
Look at the disparity between our wage bill and what our base total wages are. It's about 100 and something million. They are getting.
I need them documents. I need them documents as well, bro. I'm not even gonna lie.
Whatever you have, send that.
Please. The wages in terms of the wage bill is out there already. That's public information.
Yeah, the wages.
Yeah, but
what I'm saying is that
it says he's only on 200.
If you're saying, so that's what I'm saying. If you add up all of those base wages within the range, off by 10 to 15,000 in some cases, and you look at the actual wage bill, which include bonuses, there's over 100 million sterling disparity between the two, which means they are getting a shit ton of money in bonuses.
Okay, I get what you mean now. I get
a shit ton of money in bonuses.
Okay,
that's why it does my head in. If Salah is saying I want 400,000 and keep the same bonus structure, nah, fuck off. Go home. Leave. You can leave. And when you leave, don't forget to go.
Man said, when you leave, don't forget to go. Nah, Jamrock, big at yourself. But I need, you know what it is, Jamrock?
That caught me off guard.
When we do our members video, Jamrock, we're gonna go into full detail. And in fact, you know what, Jamrock? The documents we might have to bring your special documents to the members video live, so we can like go.
Does my freaking head in? But I'm all right, fellas.
Cool, brother.
No, big up as always, bro. Big up, man. Big up.
Have a blessed weekend.
Ah, man, so that caught me off guard.
Jamrock, as always, is coming in with the numbers, and he's giving us information that some might not be privy to. So, all right, so he said, this is what I'm going for Jamrock.
Oh man, that fully caught me off guard.
Jamrock said he's cool with Mane leaving. He says also this report that Mane's on 100,000 is not true. He reckons Mane's on 200,000. And fair play to Jamrock if that is the case, because again, I there was always a part of me personally, that thought, man, on 100,000, that don't make sense. Whether he's on 150 or 200 remains to be seen. But yeah, I don't believe he was on 100. Did you ever believe that, Jiff, or did you still feel?
I was under the impression he was on 100 basic with incentivized bonuses like appearance bonuses, goal bonuses, etc., etc. So every week he would be taking home more than 100, but 100 was what his base was. That's what I was led to believe anyway.
Okay.
Like for example, like it was like 50,000 a week for starting the game for example. So it's like, well, he's always pretty much going to get that then because he plays every week. Do you get what I mean? Like that's why. And then 10 grand for a goal. So he can take home up to like 180, 190 grand a week, but it was just a base minimum of 100. That's what I was under the impression of from what I've seen from reputable sources. I don't know. There's been a lot of up and downs, but the one thing I'll say what Jamrock was saying, that I can't even argue with if he's got actual paperwork. I'll never tell someone they're wrong if they've got actual documents, right? And Jamrock's an intelligent guy, so I'm not gonna act like he's just gonna come and just say things. If there is 100 million roughly disparity between how much our outgoing wages are and what the total is, if you add up what the wages are that being said, that means there is £100 million worth of bonuses that get handed out throughout the year. So he has a point. The bonuses are very easy to get if we finish third, don't win any trophies, and they only get £11 million less in bonuses than they did the season we won the Premier League. I'm not gonna lie, the bonuses are pretty easy to achieve if that's the case. I gotta keep it.
This is why, and even though I'm not gonna go down to numbers, it's more about amending the model.
I think that being heavily incentivized, Matt, is probably wrong. I think it should just be base fees, and it is what it is, and you just know how much.
No. I think it should be base fee with a little bit of incentives, but not like a pretty decent base fee and stupid incentives that are easily reachable. Because then, like Jamrock said, if that's the case, yeah, your wages will be high because people will be able to reach those targets way too easily. Like I'll bring up the numbers that Jamrock brought up as well. He said our wage bill was at 1.208, then it went out to 264, went out to 310, then went out to 325, then it only went down to 314. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like that's kind of crazy when you feel like.
I still say go and look at the others though, Matt, and see what theirs, and it's probably absolutely ridiculous. So I still don't think our wage bill is that high compared to the PSGs, the Real Madrids, and the Man Uniteds, and all those other.
Here's one thing I will say though: as much as I again, big up Jamrock as well for providing information. One thing I don't want us to do though, and I don't think he's being silly, is become like people say in the chat, accounting the FC. Like, obviously, we have to be sensible. Like, you're sensible, but at the same time, you have to also be ambitious. And sometimes being ambitious means you have to take a little bit of risk. Not a stupid risk, but at least take a calculated risk. Calculated risk for me will be signing up Mane and Salah. Not to 400,000 a week, though, Jamrock. Maybe it's to 300,000, but the incentives are not as high. So basically, like, they more make around 325, 330 when they reach those incentives, but the basic is 300. That's how I'm looking at it, Jamrock, just from a dumbing down perspective, so to speak. So
so I'm just gonna go quite black for 1 second so that you can't see me. But I shout out all my Americans.
All right, man's actually got the nerves. All right, on that note, we're bringing the last caller.
Best sweets on the planet,
I'm a SYFC. What's going on, bro?
What's going on, guys? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. Loud and clear, bro. How are you? How are you, bro? You good?
How are you guys?
Yeah, bless, man.
I'm just going to say... Yeah, I'm good. I'm going to
say that again, bro.
I'm going to say about the Mane press conference thing. I was watching and
say that again, bro.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, can you hear you now, bro? Yeah, say that again. Sorry, but
I'm going to talk about the Mane press conference.
Yeah,
I mean, it's true. It's true what the people reported is true. So he actually said that he was watching the coverage about his contract, and most of them want him to leave Liverpool. And then he asked the journalist, "Do you guys want me to leave?" And the journalist said, "Yeah." So he said, "I will do what the Senegalese people want me to do." So, and I feel like most Senegalians feel he disrespected because when he won the AFCON, they haven't celebrated him as much as the other players that get it from other countries like PSG, how they did to Ganagay and Jallo and Villarreal. So that's how the fans feel like. But I think saying like 60-70% Senegalese want him to leave, I am Senegalese by myself, so I don't want him to leave. So I don't know where he get that from. So but Mane is
that's
gone.
kind of nice. So you're Senegalese yourself. So you know the translation then, bro, if you don't mind me saying. So when Mane was asked a question about his future, what exactly did he say today? Just to put it into perspective, did he actually say like 60%, or was he asked that question, or did he actually say that? Sorry, can you repeat that?
I mean, they asked him a question about his contract, but he said the coverage when he watched like the Senegal media, like 60-70% want him to leave. So, and then he asked the journalist who asked him the question, "Do you guys want me to leave?" And he said, "I will do what the Senegalian want me to do." So,
oh wow,
but
so
I don't know where he get that. So I don't know where he get that. But that's crazy.
No, appreciate
yeah,
the
thanks for letting us
bro.
know, man. Yeah, man.
Thanks for letting us know. It's always good to get some insight as well. Big at yourself as well, brother. Just a quick question on just your behalf before you go, bro. How do you feel about the Mane thing? Do you think he will be persuaded to stay, or do you feel like he's definitely gone?
No, Mane is definitely gone because I don't think he's going back from that. He's leaving. I feel like most, Senegal, Liverpool is not that big in Senegal. It's like Real, Barcelona, like Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal. Those teams are more big in Senegal because they used to have mostly African players play for them rather than Liverpool.
Yeah.
So maybe those fans are like trying to create a narrative to make him leave, but I think mine is gone. So I don't think he's staying. I want him to stay in Liverpool because I'm a Liverpool fan for myself, but I don't see him staying, man. Because even Diaz, I feel like if we wouldn't sign Diaz, he would have stayed. But since we signed Diaz, he's gone. So I don't see him staying, man. That's it.
Boy, tough times ahead, man.
Oh,
but no,
boy,
big up
it's
yourself
gone,
though,
man.
bro. And thanks for letting us. Thanks for giving us
man.
the translation as well, man. Appreciate that, bro.
Thank you, MS-Y, bro. Thank you. Appreciate it, bro.
Big up, man. Big up
Take care,
yourself.
bro. Love as always.
Big up. But there you have it, guys.
So
It is what it is.
the rumors or the quotes are true. Amma did say, and bigger Amma Senegalese himself has said, this is what Mane said. He was asked about it. He said he's going to do what the people want. He said, I watched the social media coverage. 60% of people want me to leave. I would do what they want me to do.
Do you know what?
And
Yeah,
it's been reported everywhere, to be fair.
I'm not even saying this to back him, but like, I reckon he already was leaving anyway. And it could have been one of those like tongue-in-cheek things. Like, I don't know, like say for example, you and Cal Matt were like, we want Drift to come to Fort Park with us. And like you didn't know if I was coming or not. But in my mind, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go. Fuck it, I'm gonna go. Yeah. And then somebody was like, look, Matt and Callum just want to know what you're doing, Jeff. And I'm like, look, if Matt and Callum want me to go, then I'm gonna go, innit? Like, like it can come across in that kind of way, but like in my mind, I already know I was gonna go. It's not because of what you lot have said that, like, to me, I'm looking at it and I'm trying to think. He probably already knew he was gonna go, and that's like a tongue-in-cheek response of like, well, look, they want me that because he already knew he was gonna go. Like, it's not gonna be because those people in the interview are telling him what the Senegalese people say why he's gonna make his entire life decision. Do you get what I mean? Like, I kind of think that is still something that could be taken out of context a little bit. It leaves a sour taste in the mouth, don't get me wrong, but do you get what I mean? It could be just coming across in a way where he already knew he was going. We kind of knew he was going anyway, and that was just like a joke to the, like, do you get what I mean? Like, it's one of them things where, like, I don't necessarily think that's literally one of the ones that's like, well, look, bloody hell, Senegalese people don't want me to be here, I'll go. And it wasn't like he already had his mind made up. That made his decision for him. Do you get what I mean? Like, but yeah, it's all ending wrong, innit? So
all I can say is this: I think Sadio Mane, for me, intentions are clear. He sounds like he does want to leave, whether it's because of what happened with ownership or not, or whether he wants a new challenge. I think it's quite clear though. He's made his decision, innit? Like, it's just now.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's not nice because we're on the receiving end this time. Pause. It's like what happened with Thiago and Bayern Munich. The Bayern Munich fans wanted Thiago to stay. He had a year left, and he went for a nominal fee. And the same thing looks like it's happening with Mane. It'd be kind of mad if he does go to.
It's very different though, bro, because the
I know.
availability of Mane
No. I'm not saying that.
makes
What I
him
mean,
more valuable than Thiago in the marketplace. Plus, goals are currency. So as much
Yeah,
as
I
we
hear
got Thiago for an absolute snip,
Mhm.
bro, Mane's going to go back 30 plus goals in the Bundesliga. Easy,
No, I know
bro.
that.
Like,
But what I'm saying
goals are
is,
currency. Do you know what I
I'm
mean?
likening it to something that's happened recently. And what's
Yeah,
happened recently is
I
that
get what you mean.
a
It's
player
similar.
that's like
Yeah.
30 with world class talent is on the
Mm.
market and they've got a year left in it, and like the fan base don't want to see that player leave, but they've ultimately made that decision to leave, and whether we like it or not, they've made that decision. What's going to be kind of enlightening though is what is said afterwards, and because I think Mane is quite an open and honest speaker, and you always find in internationals anyway, when they got international duty, they always speak openly more because they're under less constraints. They feel pressured in when they're over in England to say what they need to say. When they're back home, they say how they feel, and that's why I feel like we got how Sadio Mane really felt. In my opinion, that's just my take on it. But yes, people, before we leave you, we're going to read out the super chats. Promo says, I love Sadio. I love Mo and Sadio, but giving them the most money now while they are past their prime, I test is silly. If VVD, Ali, Trent, etc. demand parity.
Promo, I don't think they're on the decline at all, if I'm being honest.
I don't think they're on the decline. I just think they've had to adapt. Yes, they might be.
Both of them just pretty much had arguably one of their best ever seasons for Liverpool.
If
They're
there's
not
a
on
decline,
the decline.
there's the slightest decline. Like when I say the slightest, like I'm talking like the slightest to the point where you don't really notice it.
Mane,
you know what I mean? Like you said.
The only thing I'm disappointed with salaries, and I don't get me wrong, I do understand why it happened at the beginning. I do. I think Mo's drop off is very much directly linked to AFCON, and even though tiredness played a part 100%, I am a little disappointed in Mo for being in his feelings that long, that he never regained the form again that he had. I know form isn't an easy thing to just switch on and off. If you think about the difference between the Salah that didn't qualify for the World Cup and win the AFCON from the one that before, it's actually mad that he was in his feelings for that long. I can't lie. Like, you got to snap out of it at some point, innit? Like, by about March, you've got to snap out of it by then. Do you know what I mean? Like, the fact that all the way to the end of the season, he continued that poor form. I am a little disappointed in that still, but at the same time, he probably is exhausted because he's played hella football.
Yes. LSE Aaron, bring yourself, bro. He says, I just have to thank you guys for all the hard work you put in, been with you since the banter days.
Yeah,
I wish you thousands and thousands, of more subscribers. Appreciate that, brother. Love as always, LSE Aaron. Aldrin says it will cost us more to replace Mane and Salah because it will cost us 33.28 mil per year if they're both on 320k a week. Who do we get for 33.28 mil?
Not many players.
Not a lot. I'll tell you that much for the quality that we need to replace. Amaji. Apologies if I push your name, brother. I will never recover from money leaving. The dude was here from the beginning. He started it, I hope, some rich financial institution by Liverpool. Big at yourself, brother.
So do I. It's the only way I think we'll be able to topple City, to be honest.
Interesting. PR says, agree with Carl's now army about midfield. We say we're a great team, but name 3 great teams that have a weaker midfield than this. We need 1 world class.
We need to improve our midfield. That's a fact.
100%. Mr. Dassak just says, all the loan player, Ox, Naby, Millie, Taki, Curtis, loan.
Yeah, so every player that's on loan now, get rid of them. And then on top of that, Ox, Naby, Millie. I take Taki and Millie out of that. I want Millie to become a coach, so I think he deserves another extension. And I think Taki definitely played his part this season. But for me, I'm willing to let Naby and Ox go and Curtis go on loan. Plus Origi left. If Mane goes, that's 4 or 5 spaces already opening up in the squad. We're not going to buy more than 4 or 5 players, are we? Carvalho takes 1. Then that's another 4 space left. FSG ain't going to buy 4 players in one season, in one summer. So we've got enough space if those guys go.
We do indeed, bro. We have enough space. Mr. Dasset Jifty says, Nkuku 60 mil, Yeez Basuma 30 mil, Neves 50 mil, Fabio 5 M's. You talking about Fabio
That's
Carvalho?
Carvalho,
Yeah. And then Mukiele for 8 mil from RB.
Bro, we would
Leipzig.
never ever need to spend 50 mil to get Neves.
No, hell no. You could get Neves for about
25.
25, 30 max.
Yeah.
Max, 30 max.
Yeah.
Like.
And if it was 50, then don't buy him. But I like
Agreed.
Neves. I think he'd be good for us. He don't have the legs though. He'd be a good.
He don't have the legs.
He'd be the Thiago replacement.
Yeah,
to control midfield. But yeah.
More.
Although I would do a straight swap Naby for Neves, and that's with no shade, because I think Neves would help to play the way Klopp wants to play more than Naby does. Klopp wants more control of games, and I think Neves would do that better than Naby does.
Slightly disagree. I think we
Naby can't
most
control games, in my opinion.
Do you know what? I actually believe he can, and I think we've seen it. I think as a combination, we've seen it. And when Thiago hasn't played and he's played the LCM role, I think he's been able to do it. Our problem is not controlling games.
Playing well and controlling the game.
No, bro. No, I disagree, though. I think our problem is not controlling games. Our problem is scoring goals from midfield. Bro, we dominate nearly every game we play other than your Man City.
No, it's still controlling games, but there's a misconception about that. Why do we give away so many chances if we control games?
Because we play. Do you know why that is, though? Because we take more chances in terms of the way how we play. Man City play a bit more. What's the word I'd say? They probe. We don't really probe, innit? So when we feel like there's an opening, we go straight for it. Man City will probe until they find that perfect opening. Doesn't mean that you don't control the game just because you don't probe, though.
I still don't think we control the game well enough.
Bro, name a team that have more possession or more control over us in a game other than Man City. More control.
Well, we've got to be better than Man City because they're the team we need to topple straight away. And I think having possession doesn't mean you've got control.
But if you have more possession and you're holding on to the ball, yes, you can control the ball.
That's because teams are sitting back, bro. We play a lot of low blocks, so we're naturally going to have the ball more. That doesn't mean that we're in control of the situation because we struggle to break those teams down.
No, we're in control. No, but here's the thing. Just because you're in, let's leave that till Monday because I can see it back and forth here. Because all I was going to say is, we'll leave it to Monday. PR says, I'll write that as well. PR says, can't lie, you too emotional because one good thing and people gas Naby and one bad thing people jump on it. It's the same as Joe Ox and rivals with Trent. Me personally, Pete, I don't think I'm too emotional. I think I can speak very objectively about Naby Keita. I've said it before. I've got no problems with him being sold if he has to be sold and we can upgrade on him. It's about understanding the assignment. The assignment is he's got 1 year left. Does it make sense to lose him on a free or do you sign into an extension and maybe sell him and get the upgrade that we would like to get because he hasn't hit the ground as he was supposed to, hit the ground running. Injuries have hampered his career, but he's had a good season this year and he will still get, he'll still get bad treatment from the majority of our fans because when he has bad games, the fans are jumping him. So yeah, kind of agree with you, but kind of done at the same time. Big yourself, Pete. Who is next? Kadir says, Mr. Link to call in. Hopefully next time Ginny left, Mane leaving, Mo leaving, all when the contract expired, only points to FSG. You get that drift?
Look, I don't understand why those type of talents have even ran down their contracts. I think that's a big L. A big L. Especially when you look at the fact that Naby, Bobby, Emre Can, Bobby Firmino, there's loads of other players, Ox, that are in this scenario as well. Like, it's really bad. It's really bad.
Ash says, Karius, Adrian, Nico, Davis, Nat Ox, Millie Coach, Origi, Taki, Mane, 10 out for about 100 million. Third goalkeeper, Ramsey, Carvalho, Basuma and Cuckoo Bone, about 170 million. I'll be happy with that. Well, here's the thing. I hear you, Ash, and don't get twisted. I think the majority of our fan base will be happy with that. However, it's one of those things where if you lose 10 players, you never really bring 10 players in. And not only that, to bring 10 players in the same season is kind of mad. You know, Chelsea did it, and that's Chelsea. They got money where they can just like put money on top of what they earn. We can a little bit, but not on the same premise or what Chelsea used to be, shall I say? So I would love to see that happen, bro, so to speak. Or if it does happen, that's how you
There's
react.
only 5. He only wants to bring in 5. I think that's doable.
Bruv, do you think if we only have an outgoing of 100 million that we're going to spend 170?
No,
Let's just say it's on
I don't think we would, but we should, and that's what the problem is.
But that's my point. It's about being realistic, right?
But that is being realistic. That is being realistic, which is why our owners are actually idiots. Nah, bro, spending 70 million is very realistic, bro.
Bro, you say it's very realistic. Let me remind you how realistic this club is at times, but this ain't even me being negative. I'm just telling you how it is. When we sold Lovren, we didn't replace him. We brought a left back in to replace a centre back. That is realism, Driv. You love to talk about realism.
No, that's our owners being dickheads, bro. That's our owners being dickheads, bro.
Regardless
That's what
of that,
is.
that's realism. That's what we're used to, bro. You know Liverpool. Just because we might sell 2 players doesn't always mean we're going to bring in 2 players.
No,
that
but this is the problem. This is the problem. Like,
no, that's the problem.
What I mean is, if somebody said right now, let's go and buy Mbappe and match what PSG are offering, that is unrealistic and that's being stupid because our owners wouldn't and couldn't do that. But if someone said, raw, spend 70 million to bring in 5 players to replace 10 going out, which will get the other 100 from the player sales, that's very realistic. And if our owners won't do that, there's a problem. There's a massive problem if our owners won't do that, bro.
The last time we went on a shopping spree, it was funded by Coutinho.
Yeah, but that's what the problem is, bro. They can't keep on being tight.
But bro, it's like I feel like we're doing role reversal now. I agree with you, but it's also realistic. We always do player sales, then we go and buy the player. Player sales, then we go and buy. That is realistic. That is Liverpool. When I saw Magic, you see the DS thing. That money was left over. Not only that, that money was brought forward by 6 months. We'll see anyway. We'll see.
Yeah. Of course. But that's what the problem is, bro. That's why it might be an FSG outing before the summer's finished. That's what I'm saying, bro. Because if they won't even go and spend 70 million in a window where they're also trying to replace Sadio Mane, now we've got a hell of a problem. You do realize that Mane's replacement cannot be some project player, right? Sadio's replacement needs to be the type of signing that makes every Liverpool fan shit themselves when they see the breaking news bar. It needs to be that level of good, bro. It cannot be some Carvalho was already coming and now he's the one who, like, bro, don't get me started, bro. Don't get me started.
I'll have to wait and see on that one, bro. I have to wait and see who's the replacement. All right, cool. And burn the next super chat. Not bad. Big at yourself for the super chat, brother, or whoever that is. Mr. Dasset Drifty says, sorry, Matt. Naby zero grass. No, Matt, sorry. Sorry, Matt. Naby 0, grass -1. I'll never forget it. I think that's when Naby kicked the grass and was in.
Yeah, when he injured himself kicking the grass. Yeah.
Big up Naby, any person to do that in Premier League history. AM says, being African myself, I 100% understand where Mane is coming from. His loyalty is to the Senegalese people first before Liverpool. Interesting that still. Ash says, other supporters try and big at yourself, Ash. Other supporters try and shade us, and Klopp, only second manager in British history to win the major 6. Took him 6.5 years. To Alex Ferguson, 14 years. Trent Alexander, youngest British player ever to win the big 6. Respect us,
guys. I'm going to say this off the back of what Ash is just saying. Do not listen to a word any non-Liverpool fan says about us, the club, the manager, anything. They are all in their hella feelings. The amount of bullshit I have heard in the last week is outrageous. There's people even trying to say we didn't have a good season. Do not listen to... Look, guys, insecurity is when you need somebody else's validation. Yeah? Do not get insecure on me now, guys. Fuck the rivals. I have never heard such bullshit in my life. Do not let what they are saying in any way make you feel less than in what we achieved and how good our team is. Every one of them will swap what we've got. Do not even think about letting it bother you guys. Do not let it bother you.
Indeed, couldn't say it better myself, brother. Pete R says Salah goes split his wages with Nardini and Matip. I don't know about that. I don't think Salah would do that. Man's asking for more P. He ain't splitting nothing. But big yourself, brother. You know it's all banner though. Messi FC says Genie sent the documents to Jamrock. He might have still big up Jamrock. Jamrock's got them documents. Man's got the hard drive. Man's got the external hard drive. Man's got the SSD.
I think he's got the key to the filing cabinet, personally, bro.
I think Jamrock just knows Julian Ward. They probably just, I don't know, man. They grew up together. Big up Jamrock though, you know, so always banner, bro. Thank you for your insight as well. And regardless of whether people want to believe it or not, Jamrock is very insightful because sometimes people have knowledge or have an understanding that some people might not realize or ever even thought of, whether it's true or not, or do you know what I mean? So appreciate it as always, brother. PR says, when we win the quad next year, imagine the size of the mega yacht we've been building up to pay for it for over 12 months. Would you take Ricky? I can't know. Is it Puig from Barca? I don't know the guy you're talking about.
I don't know much. I don't know.
Nah, I wouldn't. Not for me. I'll take Gavi, and I'll take Pedri, but not Ricky. No, I wouldn't take him still. That's just me personally.
And please, no more quad talk. I don't want to hear that anymore, man. I really don't. I PTSD when I hear that word, man.
Belgian Boss LFC says, keep hearing about Pulisic Liverpool. Thoughts?
Not
I know you're a
anymore.
big fan of Pulisic.
I used to be, but his injury record is terrible, bro. Not anymore. Technically,
but he balls out for USA though.
Technically, Pulisic is a baller. There is no doubting about his actual ability. He is so injury prone. He's probably more injury prone than Naby, bro. And that's saying something, you know what I mean?
Here's the thing. Naby this season is the first. This season is the first season Naby Keita wasn't injury prone.
Yeah,
he actually wasn't.
Well, to be fair, our medical staff deserve a massive pat on the back after how bad.
Even they deserve a raise.
Yeah, they kept Ox, Naby, Matip, and who's the other injury prone player? And Henderson. Fit for the entire season, basically, bro.
That man there probably speaking to Salah right now in the blower, being like, how much you asking for, brother? Because I'm not gonna lie, we get all you man on get you man going. So pause, you know what I mean? It is what it is, but we move. And Bayesian also says, big itself, he says, Matt, I'm with you. I want Nkuku for Mane. Listen, I've been screaming Nkuku for about 18 months now, maybe 2 years. Didn't think he was going to be as devastating how he was this season, but in terms of like the profile of player and what he offers, I just thought, yeah, definitely a Liverpool player. At that time, even a couple of seasons ago, I didn't know where he was going to play. I think I kept on saying he could be like the 10 or the most versatile 8. Brother, the guy's now transformed himself into a false 9. He can do anything, so it's kind of mad. Mario says we need our salary cap to 350,000 at least. Yeah, I agree with that. We just need to loosen the purse strings a bit. And Ash says, what do you think about PK? Oh wow, raw, yeah. Do you know what? What do you think about? Yeah,
Sorry,
PK getting
I literally just clocked. What
I
actually?
Be careful what I say. Now there's rumors, but I don't know if it's true though. There's rumors that he got involved with Gavi's.
That's the reason why him and
Shakira.
That's the reason why that's the reason why they've broken up. Apparently, isn't it?
I don't know about that. That's rumors, but I don't know.
Oh, maybe when you talk like that.
No, I can't be doing it. But apparently it's fake though. I heard it was fake as well. But I'm not
gonna lie. I have hella respect for my elders, yeah. But I'm gonna keep it a buck with you right now. If I was Gavi and I really found that out, he's getting done in, bro. He's getting done in, bro.
I don't think it's real, but no, obviously
He's getting
that's
done
crazy.
in, bro. I don't even care if I've got to like catch man when he's not looking, bro. I don't care, bro. There's no way man's doing that, bro. That is a boy thing, bro.
Mohammed says, wait a minute, is Mane really leaving us, boys? Yes, as things stand, Mane is leaving us. It's one of them things where, bro, you wake up on Monday, you never know, you might hear Liverpool have agreed a fee with whoever. Because as things stand, Mane is leaving Liverpool, and he's made it as clear as day that he wants out. So, people, I just want to say thank you to everybody that joined us tonight. As always, amazing callers, amazing people in the chat. As always, it's always love. And stay tuned as well. We've got some stuff planned for this upcoming week as well. You know, we've got the Monday night show, and there'll be probably some other stuff that we'll put out as well as Team Kop-Ish.
The end of the season rating is coming as well, guys. Don't
worry. Yeah. That's gonna be there. But yeah, people, listen, I hope you've enjoyed the show. I know Sadio Mane leaving Liverpool, whether you think he should go
Sam
or not.
Max is super. We didn't.
No, Sam Max, nothing came
scroll
through,
back
brother.
through, please, bro. See if you can find anything.
Nothing has come through, bro. Nothing.
How long ago did you send it through, Max? How long ago?
Nothing has come through, bro. Sam Max, nothing's there, bro.
By the way, guys, as well, as you see it, merch. New link is in all the videos now as well, guys. I know there was a couple of the Jamrock saying as well. Do you know what, guys? I don't think have you scrolled back about 20 minutes?
Back, can't see something. I can't see no Sam Max.
Jamrock as well, bro. Hold on, Beige just saying, guys, they must not be coming through then. There's no way we'd be missing this many.
Yeah, nothing. Like, I'm looking back now. I'm actually looking back as we speak. They're not coming through. Do you know what could happen though, people? And I know this is really annoying. Sometimes there can be a delay and they come in right at the end when we actually finish. And we actually always say to ourselves, look what's happened there. That might have what's happened, because I'm looking back now and these are the ones that we've already read.
There's quite a few people that are... Do you know what, guys? Send them through now as no supers then, because I don't know what happened. Just quickly before we leave, guys, whichever one of the chats was missing, just send it through as a non-super chat now, guys, and we'll get that read out quickly, because I have no idea why that happened.
It's crazy. Oh, hold on. No, I can see two. Hold on. I can see two, but I still can't see Sam Max.
Which one have you found?
I found Jamrock, and that's weird though. These chats weren't even here before. What is going on today? Streaming are doing a mazza, like they bring.
At least you found him.
That's so weird, yeah. But Sam Max is still ain't there. I'm sorry, bro. 975 Jamrock says too many top players want big money and ain't showing up in finals. Goals is currency, right? Well, I'm gonna need you to score in finals. Playing well ain't good enough. You agree with that, Drift?
There is, I'm not going to lie, there is a little part of me that does believe that it was kind of mad that we played 3 finals and we didn't score a goal. And I don't know if that's tactics or the players, but... And again, I don't even want to make this sound like I'm being shady to Liverpool, because we are obviously a brilliant team. But if you look at the difference between how we play in semi-finals and finals, there's a little part of me starting to worry we let the pressure of the final get to us. I can't lie, bro. I know we do have a great mentality overall, but look at the way we moved to City in the semi-final, for example, right? And then against Chelsea in the final, we're just completely like toothless. You know, when you actually just really fit, I know they're different playing styles, and I know most of the times that we play teams, like actually basically Chelsea and Real Madrid part of the bus. Let's keep it a buck, they did. But it's still weird to think that we play so well in semi-finals. Villarreal put them to the sword. Man City put them to the sword in 2 semi-finals, as an example. And then we get to the final and we don't score a goal. It's really annoying. I can't front. It's really annoying, but...
Yeah. No, I hear.
But yeah, let's just...
talk about. Sam Max Legend. So... Oh, hold on. So Sam Max said, Missy chat, Klopp is FSG's main summer signing. Don't expect another... and other major signings except players we want to develop. Interesting.
That's quite scary if that's the case, though.
I
I
don't
can't
like the sound
even
of that.
lie.
If that is the case, if let's say that happens, I don't like the sound of that. Sam Max. No, I read that one already. Apologies. Benjamin Barnes says, "Big up, fellas. As always, Sassy and Mane go. However, we need to know to get in a striker and number 8. Hopefully, we get Ramsey for that right back coverage." So yeah, he's talking about Calvin Ramsey from Aberdeen.
Yeah. And I agree. We definitely need a striker and a number 8. Those are the priority positions.
Definitely.
100%.
Mario says, "I will follow LFC, not Mane. We move. It is what it is." Fair play, bro. That said, if I jump break, so it's LFC aren't as big as Barca, Real Madrid, Bayern, and the majority of the second leagues are fans of those teams. So of course they want him to leave. Not that deep.
I don't think we should go too deep into that for real. Yeah.
And then Jamot says, "Drifty, ding, ding, ding. We played the occasion."
Yeah, I think we have to really think about that, guys. I think we do. Just like we do when we play Man City. We very rarely play the game against City. We always play the occasion. We got to think about those things. I can't front. You can't just hide away, and bury your head in the sand just because we're a brilliant team and be afraid to act about the deficiencies we may have for fear that rivals might try and use it against us and dumb shit like that. Let's just be honest with ourselves, guys, and fuck the rivals. Maybe we do play the occasion too much in finals. Maybe we do. Maybe that's why there's a correlation between finals and poor performances. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just got to be real. Even when we beat Tottenham, we didn't play well in the game. We weren't crap,
we didn't
but we didn't play well in the game.
Yeah, we didn't.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
maybe we do play and that's a problem then. I think Klopp's got to try and figure a way to sort that out, if I'm being honest.
It's something that you definitely have to look at, and it's something that I hope will be addressed. But again, you can only get over that sort of thing by experience, innit? And we've got the experience.
But we got way too much experience for that to still be the case, bro. We played, how many finals we played under Klopp? Is it 7? We've won 3, lost 4, innit?
It's 6. It's 6 or 7. So I was 6 or 7, innit?
League Cup final, Europa Cup final, 3 Champions League finals, FA Cup final, League Cup final.
3 Champions League finals,
World Club Cup final. Am I missing one? No, that's it, right?
I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it.
So we played 8 finals under Klopp, and we've won FA Cup, League Cup, Champions League. Well, so it's 1-4, lost 4 in finals. Oh yeah, I guess you could count the Super Cup as a final. We did play well in that.
That's true.
All right, so we've been in 9 finals, won 5, lost 4. That's basically half and half. That's half and half. That's not the best.
It's not, but it's also not the worst that some people make up with Klopp.
Yeah.
But now, people, listen. Apology if we haven't seen a super chat. I've gone through and for I think it's Taji as well. I went back and checked. I didn't see anything, bro. So I don't think that's come through. So apologies on that end. In fact, Taji, I missed out. I'll read it out now. It's a super chat. Love the jersey drifty. Hashtag Kop-Ish.
Come on. And you know what? I have to big him up again as always. Demo was the reason why we were able to get these shirts, because we can get hold of them, and Demo had the connect. So big up each and every time to Demo. You know what I mean? Helping us represent.
But now, people, listen, like I said before, we'll be back on Monday for the Monday night show. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Cal should be back for that one as well. And just make sure you stay tuned, people, for the rest of the week as well. Do you know what I mean? Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I hope everyone's enjoying their little bit of holiday. Some people might not have worked today or yesterday. So big at yourselves. If you didn't work, he's able to get some holiday, catch some decent weather, so to speak. And you know what I mean? Do something other than work. So big up to you guys and you ladies as well, and anyone else that was able to enjoy. But yes, people, we will see you again on Monday night show. I'm sure there'll be more things to chop up. Hopefully it's positive news and not negative news that we're hearing about Sadio Mane today. But let's see what happens.
I might even be on Spaces tomorrow, guys. So
look out
for that. Look out for that.
There you go, people. So yeah, people, we'll see you again Monday. Take it easy. We out. Peace.
Peace.